Okay, no, nobody's pregnant. Let's just get this right out the bat. Nobody's pregnant. We cool with that? If you got a problem? No, you don't. What kind of name is that? Hobgobjob Emmanuel the Fourth? No, there's no child. Pregnant erasure. Isn't that just abortion? Anyways, hi guys. What? Super Beta Sim 5 gifted? What the? I ain't even here yet. What the heck is that all about? Thank you so much, Super Beta. That's really, really kind. I really appreciate that. How are you doing today? God, that's so kind. What the frick? Oh my god. Literally, I have not been here for a week, and that's so sweet. Physics bra, welcome in. Hi, nerds. Hope everybody's doing well, hey? My friend is but super unrelated. Your friend is pregnant. Wild. What? Super Beta Simp, what the hell? Dude, seriously, what? Is there something that, congrats to your friend, by the way, Coda. Is there something I can do for you? Do you want an organ? Someone already called dibs on part of my liver, but I might have a kidney up for grabs. If you want tonsils, I can give you a tonsil. I have 2 of them. I don't need them. You know, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Men birth control when Zanny says I thought my mustache was supposed to be that. Okay. All right. I feel like I should just go live like my name says. But like a lobe of your lung? I kind of need those. Those I think I'm going to save for me. I don't want to get rid of a part of my lung. I kind of need those. Your girl's got asthma, so they wouldn't be worth much. But no, I could probably do I can do a gallstone? Gallbladder? I can do a gallbladder.
Quiet, please.
Why do I even...
No need to shout.
Fine.
No need to yell.
Fine, no speaking privileges for Julie. Fine, we won't... Fine.
Shut your eyes.
Smells like
Take a deep
hackers in
breath.
here. Ugh. I need a skin graft?
You've gone all
Ooh.
quiet.
I'll tell you about my foreskin after I take a minute of silence. You guys go ahead and talk for a bit. How you doing, Super Beta? And how's everybody else doing? Say howdy.
You can have a gallstone. Shush. Hi, Renegade. Only TTS. Renegade. Or, what if we don't talk about your foreskin? Wait, I want a gallstone now. Donate a titty. Hi, Ren. BLOCKIEEE. Wubba lubba dub dub. Pepsiman TFP. If I was ever truly pregnant, the child would be named Yogg-Sothoth. I am going to destroy Thanksgiving across Spain and nobody can stop me. We don't talk about Bruno. Shush. Happy Easter, y'all. And 7/2s. HDBDIDNs. Is this real life?
What the fuck are you guys counting? Why are you guys just putting... No, I was counting down. I can't use my fingers. Why? Oh my god. I swear to god. Okay, you know what? Let's just go live. I'm tired of not being live. It's part of the name. I feel like this is the time when I should go live. Fine. Hi. Hi folks. Is this just fantasy? Hi nerds. What's up? I hope everybody's doing well today. Welcome in. Noab, enjoy that Xbox. Have fun with that. How's everybody doing? Not scale 1 to 10 because take the wig off already, gosh. Tempting, but not today. I want to keep my my wig on. I'd like to keep it on, please. Hey, what's up, Doc? What's up, Taeyul being the first one in chat like usual? Blockman, how are you doing today? Ren, how's it going? John, how's it going? Super Beta Simp, if you want a skin graft, did you know that one human foreskin, just one, is the same? It can stretch to the length of an entire football field. That is fact. So if you need a skin graft, that's the best thing you could get. So DM me, bud. 10 gifted, that equals the same amount as like a foreskin. How much does a foreskin sell for on the black market? Should I be Googling this? Foreskin prices. How much is a foreskin worth? Upwards of $100,000 for a single male foreskin? Bro. Okay, that's tempting. Why is the next thing asked, can you keep your foreskin after circumcision? I guess it's a good question. I got to keep my IUD after it got removed, which is right there. It's in a little frame. It's so beautiful. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's week? Female foreskins are more expensive. They are. They're rarer. Is that a good wig finally, or your real hair? I can't tell. I don't have hair. Well, I do. Labia? Clitoral hood? Okay, this is enough. This is enough. Certainly cheaper than that. I wanna wean, but it'll probably be metal. What? That's only $1,000 per meter once you stretch it out. Sounds like a good price, doesn't it? Get a better foreskin dealer. Okay, holy crap. I forgot how weird this chat is. I missed you guys. Yeah, make sure if you got a sub from Super Beta Simp that you give him a big ol' thank you, just like Chode Jeans did. How you doing today, Chode? And Super Beta Simp, once again, thank you so much. I don't know why you gave me subs, but I really appreciate it. Follow Maddie McTech for excellent of advice. Is this promotion? Do though really? No, we're not promoting on my stream. The only thing that you're allowed to promote is misinformation. Thank you very much. Have you tasted foreskin? What is that even a question? Have you? I'm lovely, glad to see you and everyone again. I know I missed you guys. Tell me in 5 words or less, each person in chat, the most exciting, weird, or funny thing that happened to you in the past week, okay? 5 words or less, that's what you get. You make me laugh and I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Super Beta Sim. Thank you so much. I have a lot of things planned for today. I have a lot of things, not gonna lie. I got deck furniture. Ooh, it is that season, isn't it? It's that time of the year. So heck yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's something obvious that I should tell you guys about. I got bored again. I celebrated being done classes. I bleached my hair, but just the front. And it didn't fall out. None of it fell out. I need to do more though, because I wanna it's really blonde up here and then it just kind of goes away down here because layers. So I'm gonna bleach some of the bottom layers too. I had a birthday. Happy birthday, Vargar. Was it awesome? I quit my job? Drew, that's awesome. I think. I touch Rennie teeth. Okay, $90 bong for $25 deal. Okay, that's pretty damn good. I went to jail. No, Ab, are you serious? I got COVID. Oh, physics, are you doing okay? I went to my therapist. Huge tail. My 2-year-old niece curses and laughs. Love that. I peed at least once. I don't know. Huge. Here lies Julie's hopes and dreams of ever growing out hair again. Okay, come on. I can just dye this back to a normal color, but what I think I might do is once I get it bleached to the level that I like it to and enough of my hair is bleached and I like all of it, I think I might color it once I get bored with the blonde. But I kind of like the blonde. I haven't had blonde hair ever, so yeah. It's pretty mild. Okay, that's good. Guys, Drew's literally trying to become me. Really? Is he stealing your identity? Stands up when they call John's name now. Oh no. Oh wait, no, I can't read that. I don't know what it is. It looks really good. Thank you. I also dyed Greg's hair. I don't know if he showed anybody yet, but it looks clean and I was not expecting it to. It was huge. Density, thank you so much for continuing your gift sub. That's so sweet. He got a job at my employer. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's awesome. Now you guys are inseparable. If you want some time away from Drew John, or if John wants some time away from Drew or anything, can't have it. Not anymore, baby. You guys are stuck. Like a step siblings. You know what I'm talking about? Does he have bleached tips? So he wanted half of his hair, starting midway through his head, to be bleached. So he wanted this part from here up to be bleached, and then from there down to be normal. If you don't know this about me, I don't do that. When I bleach, it's kind of just I smack it on there and I hope for the best. I did that with his. It didn't turn out badly. It actually looks way better than even mine does, which is sick. So I'm very happy. We're married. Oh, step siblings. Yeah, okay, holy. What hair did you color on Greg? He got blonde too, but he got a lighter color of blonde because he wanted light blonde. I wanted just normal blonde. So yeah. It's okay, I'm taking a week off and will be the longest time I haven't seen John Shim in quite a while. Then I become him. Wow. That color is sick on you. Thank you. I need to finish this term paper. Ooh, good luck. Good luck. Hey, so before I do a whole catch up and everything, I actually have a special presentation for you guys. You know, like a really special presentation, and I want you guys to be ready for it, okay? So I'm gonna send you guys to the BRB page for just a moment while I get this all set up, okay? You're just gonna go like this for just 1 second, okay? Why'd the DVD logo stop, huh? What the hell is that all about? Fine, fine. No DVD logo this time. You can't have it. It's really sad. I'm really upset by it. But you guys can play tic-tac-toe. I will be right back. Okay. Prepare the bucket. What the hell? We don't need no bucket. We're fine. We're fine. We're cool. Okay. I think I'm ready, but I'll let you guys finish your tic-tac-toe match first. I don't want to be in the way of your tic-tac-toe match. The mic sounds like you've been chewing on it. Okay, you just gotta live with it for like a presentation. You can understand me, right? 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 You can understand me. That's what matters, right? I felt like chewing on mic. Okay, gross. Are you guys actually gonna win tic-tac-toe or are you gonna suck? No response. Okay, never mind. You can't have tic-tac-toe. Fine. Just give me 1 second. Don't say what. All right. I think I'm ready, which is terrifying because I don't want to be ready yet. What if I mess up? I sound like Steve Jobs. Thank you. Okay. Hello and welcome to the official Juliegolive action plan. This is an important presentation for everybody in chat. So, you know, a lot has happened. A lot has changed in the past week while I've been gone, and I think it's just time to time to tell you guys. So for those of you guys who are new or haven't been around in a while, and for the regulars, I think it's time to talk about the future of JGL. But first, let's do some introductions. Who am I? For those of you guys who are new, those of you guys who haven't been here for a while, hi. My name is Julie. Nice to meet you. Here's some things about me, you know? Some of these are pretty obvious, and some of them are a little less obvious. For one, I'm a musician. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. I've been a musician on Twitch for the past 2 years or so. And I play a bunch of different instruments. On here, I usually sing and play guitar, but I'm classically trained in piano and violin and some guitar. I went to university for voice, and I loop a lot. I do some loopy kind of stuff, and I mostly play like indie rock pop type stuff. I rap too, but we'll get to that later. What else am I? What else am I? I'm a woman. I know this is huge. Big deal. I am a woman though. Legally and actually, I identify as a woman, and my pronouns are whatever you want to use. I actually don't care. Most of the time, people use she, her. Totally cool with that. If you want to call me them, him, whatever you want, I'll be cool with it. Guaranteed. I don't get upset by any of that kind of stuff. Also, I have crippling social anxiety, which is really, really fun, but it also makes it so that streaming is kind of my favorite thing right now, you know? It's a great time. Also, hi, Grandpa. So you know, it's just sort of a part of who I am. And what else? Oh, also, I'm an Aquarius. I don't know what that means. but I liked the nun, so I put her in there, because Aquarius, I think I'm right. And so to sum it all up, I'm a 23-year-old college dropout living in Nowheresville, Canada, who spends her every waking moment on the computer hoping that someday it'll all pay off. Or in other words, I'm a streamer, baby! Wow! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Me, a streamer. That's it. That's all of it. So, there's my little introduction of who I am. So let's talk about some recent changes in the Juliegolive Extended Universe, or the J-Glue, as we can all call it. Can everybody say they love the J-Glue in chat? Allergies and anxiety. Yeah. Some news that has happened. For any of you guys who haven't been around for a while, all that jazz. We made partner after grinding for basically 3 straight months. Oh, howdy. Oh, howdy. For about 3 straight months, we finally did it. What that means is I get the nice purple check mark on whenever I chat in chat, which is cringy as hell. It's a clout thing. Also, it gives me security for sponsorships and stuff like that in the future. It's a big deal. So I want to thank you guys, everybody who helped make that possible. Everybody who's here, everybody who's been here. Thank you. Also, you know what else has happened? I finished university. Well, I stopped going at least, which is something. I stopped going to university about a week ago. I had my last performance with my university for my world music ensemble. We played some music, and I'm not going back anytime soon. I can't guarantee it's forever, but I've realized that the degree that I chose and the degree I've spent 4 years on has nothing to do with any sort of career. It's not going to give me any help. So we are tapping, basically. I might go back later if I feel like I need to, but for now, we're done, which is great. And the last thing is after basically 5 years of wanting to do this, you guys have been on my ass for doing this too. I got something done in the past week that's kind of huge. Folks, I went and saw the mountains. Baby. That's me pointing at my favorite mountain. And that's me. They also, I was in a hotel and they let me play with fire. And I still don't have any arson charges to my name yet. It's great. Nothing I did there tracked back to me, baby. Which is awesome, right? We went to Banff. Big hype. Hell yeah. 16 months. Oh my God, thank you, Coin. Thank you, Coin, for gifting one to Rennie. That's so nice. Anyways, let's get to the root of the presentation. The root, not that part. The root of the. Thank you, Ruby. The root of the. Okay, not that. We're going to the root of the presentation. Okay. What is Juliegolive really about? It's a good question, right? You know, a lot of things have changed. These days, if you haven't noticed, my content has been undergoing a bit of a metamorphosis, but we still hold the same core values here at Juliegolive. First off, friendship. I am your friend, and I always will be. There's no parasocial relationships happening in my channel. In fact, I love each and every one of you like my own kin. We're basically a chat full of cousins. So everybody say hi to your cousins. Everybody say hi in chat to your cousins. Say hi, cousin. Hi, cousin. How you doing, cousin? Lies, I have no friends. Well, surprise, you have all of chat now. We're all friends. So, make sure that you take your chat partner and you give him a little hug. It's a great time. Say hi to all your cousins. It's great. The other thing that Juliegolive is really about is the funnies, baby. We're all about the goofs and the gaffs. We're here to have a good time, and if you're into comedy, you can watch me try to become a comedian, but really badly. I'm basically like Amy Schumer, if Amy Schumer was never successful in any extent. So, there you go. You want to hear a joke that I pulled at one of my last shows? What's the hairiest, furriest part of a cat? What side is the furriest part of the cat? The outside. Okay, antagonist, someone, and John, can you guys leave, please? Thank you very much. And I don't remember what the last one is. Let me check. I didn't put that there. I don't know what that's about. I don't want to take your money. That's so rude. This is all about friendship after all, right? Friendship. Yeah, friendship. We're about friendship here. You know? Like, see? Anyways. So, next slide. Next important thing is, okay, siphon me dry. Are you okay? Anyways, let's talk about what Juliegolive wants to do. What do I want to do on this channel? What do I want to do in the future? What are some of my goals for stream and for outside of stream? Well, number one, this is an important one. I will be. This is not a want. This is a will be. Oh my god. Thank you, Salutations, for turning your Prime into a tier 1, and Super Mousetrap, thank you for your tier 1. Appreciate it. Thanks for the choo-choo. Thank you very much.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo, my dude. I really appreciate you. So, I will be the next Jerma. For those of you guys who don't know who Jerma985 is, he's my favorite streamer, and that's not even a joke. He's an incredibly talented creator. He's funny as hell, and he does themed streams within and without gaming, and each have a really rich plot that I love. So, I've decided that I will become him. Super Beta knows what's up. Super Beta knows what's up. I think that this is an important part of my channel growth, is becoming somebody else. And I will become Jerma. Next. Not important from that. Number 2, I have 3 goals. Apart from streaming, I think it's time to jumpstart my rap career. Okay? You know, we've tried it out. You know, we have a couple rap songs, but I think it's really time to dig into my rap career. I look up to folks like Baby No Money, Yamadochi, Tyler the Creator, and of course, Joji. So I have decided that not only will I be the best rapper in the world, I will become the next Pink Guy. You can just call me B Guy. What do you guys think about that? Right? B Guy? I think that that's perfect. What do you think? I think that that's good. The name's a bit of a working title, but we can work around it. I think that it'll still be great. And finally, this one's really important. I want devoted followers. I want to make content that you all love and expand the scope of my content to a range that encompasses more of my passions, more of who I am. And I want to make y'all happy while I do it. So, here's some fun upcoming events for the stream. Guys, come on, think about this. Think about this. We got some really huge, exciting things happening in the stream pretty soon. So keep your eyes peeled for this stuff. Number 1, and this one's huge. This is what you've all been waiting for. This is the big announcement, folks. Juliegolive Untalented Show applications are open, okay? They are open until the end of May. We are having a untalented show. Fuck talent shows. We don't need talent shows. There's enough talent shows on Twitch. We are doing an untalented show. So any talent that you have that is non-standard, that's not really a talent, that is more of like a freak of nature type thing, send it in, okay? Anybody over the age of 16 with a talent that can be under 5 minutes and presented on Discord is welcome to apply. There will be a prize and there will be guest judges, okay? Applications at the end of March. Exclamation point talent in chat if you're looking for the application. I'll also post it on the Discord after stream. Big deal, folks. Big excitement. So yeah, end of May is when the deadline is going to be over. All of the information is in the form, so exclamation point talent or exclamation point untalent will pull out the same thing. I might have not activated it. I think I might be dumb. Anyways, doesn't matter. We'll activate it and everything afterwards. I just might have not flipped the switch. Anyways, so this includes anything like if you can like do things with your toes that are not TOS, that would be cool. If you can like it's basically if you try to sing Wonderwall to me, you're getting banned and blocked. So anything else, you're pretty much good. Next, this one's pretty big. I am bringing some guests onto stream more often. We've been trying to do it more regularly anyways, but it's going to keep on getting worse. Keep on getting worse, chat. Including, I'm going to blow your mind here. You know how last week we had, or week before last week, we had Maria on stream to do some music-related stuff? Not everything's going to be music. For example, this Tuesday, in like 3 days, I can't count, like 3 days, we're having my sibling, Laura, on, and we're going to defuse a bomb together. It's going to be sick. It's going to be a great time. I hope you guys are as jazzed about it as I am. What if our toes sing Wonderwall to you? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I hope to have like guests on as regularly as weekly if I can, maybe once a week, having a guest on the stream, either to do, you know, some music related stuff if they're a musician I know, some gaming related stuff if they're a gamer I know, or just to make some chaos with me, you know? It's gonna be great. So yeah, Laura's gonna be coming on Tuesday, and I'm gonna keep on trying to get guests on as often as physically possible in real life, not just on the internet, but I'm gonna bring them into my home, which means I have to keep my home clean, which is a thing. Another big announcement, this one's the one I'm most excited for personally. I am hosting an actual, like, show. Not just like, oh, I'm playing a coffee shop, it'll be cute. No, I am hosting, organizing, doing the whole thing on a full variety show in Calgary in June. I just got confirmation on the day. It's going to be at Broken City, which is a local bar, on June 2nd. Which is huge. You know, you and your sister are the only kids I have left. Don't wreck them both. Hurtful. And yeah, so it's going to be a mix of some of the things we're going to have is we're going to have some punk bands. We're going to have some rappers come in. My band's going to play. We're going to do lots of memes, lots of jokes. The headliner's going to be a magician I know. And then the after party is going to be completely drag. It's going to be a hoot. I hope you guys are excited for it. Also, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I'm going to try to do sort of like a pre-stream introducing all of the guests and all of the artists that are going to be a part of the show. I'm going to be doing that and streaming that before the show. And then when the show happens, you just got to be there. So it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. I am so excited to actually organize this thing. Because my band actually got offered a show a little while ago, and then it got canceled because it was too hard to organize. And I said, it can't be. Can't be too hard. So I figured it out, and it honestly isn't. Anyways, and the last thing is some sub goals. So folks, I do have a sub goal right now, but I'm gonna add it to all of my sets and everything. It is a big one. It is a daunting one. It is 500 subs. If we hit 500 subs during the streams for the next month, I'm going to book out the kangaroo sanctuary in my town, and we're going to do an IRL stream where we go mess around with some kangaroos, go play with some go-karts. We're going to mess around, and basically whoever wants to come that I know who's like into streaming and stuff in the town is going to come with me, all my friends. It's going to be a hoot. So if you'd like that to happen, consider subscribing with Prime or whatever you'd like, but all the sub goals that I'm going to have for the next while are going to be for big streams and events. So think about it. Hey, Cobbs? Yep, Cobbs. You betcha. Thank you for your 5 gifted, my dude. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. That's really sweet. Wait, they're a sanctuary? Yeah, they're like a farm, but they don't like kill the animals, so it's like a sanctuary basically. So with all that being said,
this
John
is totally an epic Poggers moment.
Woo! Yeah, John, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Thank you so much. If anybody got gifted a sub, make sure you tell whoever gifted you a sub a big thank you. Huge thank you, okay? Do that for me. Thank you very much. Thank you guys so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. So, with that all being said, let's talk about something else. I think I broke things. It's fine. I don't break things for long. So, with that being said, please let me out. Let me out of this hell. It wouldn't be a Juliegolive thing unless there was some sort of issue. So, next question. What's the average stream gonna look like for the future? I know you guys have come into here, like the majority of folks who are here have come here with the expectation that it is a music stream. If you can't tell already, things are changing. Things are evolving. We're growing as people, okay? So, let me tell you, like a week-by-week-ish basis, what things are going to look like, what you can look forwards to, all that jazz. So, although things are subject to change, here's the basic idea I have week to week. And first of all, most importantly, because I know this is why most of y'all decided to follow in the first place. Tuesdays are for gamers, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All games, all the time. We're talking Minecraft. We're talking Fortnite. We're talking Among Us. All the hits, baby. All day, all the time, all Tuesdays. Tuesdays are for gamers. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're not playing those games. I don't want to play those games. Okay? Instead, let's play some Fallout 76, maybe. Eh? Hey, play a little, you know, we already did some Fallout 76. Let's play some Fallout 76. You know what I'm talking about? Well, we're going to play some Pony Island. Everybody loves Pony Island. And I'm thinking, why not do some truck driving? Maybe go on the highway. I think that it would be great to drive some trucks. I've always wanted to. It's going to be a great time. So, if I'm streaming on a Tuesday and I don't say otherwise, expect some mega gamer hours. Be excited for that, folks. All right, let's check that off. Next, on Thursdays, I'm gonna have a bit of like a musical ruckus. We're gonna call it a musical ruckus. You know what I'm talking about? So I think we're gonna do some music-related stuff. We're talking, but it's not necessarily gonna be performances, okay? We're talking cringy album reviews. We're talking chaotic, loopy improvisation. And we're talking musical guests. Oh yes, oh yes. And we're also going to talk about, I don't know, some like compositions maybe, learning an instrument, just sort of like discussion in general about music. That's going to be reserved for Thursdays. So it's going to be discussion of all things music-y and that kind of stuff. But not necessarily the performance of requests or whatever you want. We're going to reserve that for a different day. Are the album reviews cringy, or are the albums cringy, or the reviews? It's going to be cringy albums, and I'm going to try to review them as, like Anthony Fantano would, like really douchily. That's my aim. We've done it a little while in the past, so yeah. So, save all your questions for the end, though. We will have a discussion period. Next. Let's cross that off. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but we have already started this one. I'm talking about Chaos Saturday, baby. Chaos Saturdays, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, Chaos Saturdays. It's the best time of the week. This is for anything non-music, non-game that has to do with y'all folks and the important friendship we've made, right? We've had such a wonderful personal friendship that we've created, right? You guys are my friends, right? Say yes. Say you're my friend. Say Juliegolive is my best friend. Please. Please. I need this. Anyways, so this could include community events. This could include IRL streams. Or it could just be different ways to torture me. No matter what, I guarantee that it's gonna be chaos. And I hope you guys are excited for it too. So let's cross that one off. And finally, I feel like I should let y'all know this because it's pretty true. I haven't stopped, and I mean this, I haven't stopped playing music for you guys. The concert type shows will be reserved for Sunday afternoons mostly. So consider stopping by then, and that's when sort of requests might happen, just playing music in general. That's sort of going to be the thing for like Sundays. So consider that. That's sort of the tentative schedule. I already have it up on the Twitch, so take a look. And I'm going to be putting the schedule each week up on my Twitter and up on my Discord like usual. So if things change, that's where you're going to find the info about it. And yeah, I can't guarantee this is going to be an every week thing, but this is sort of the idea overall. Make sense? Cool. Julie's my third best friend after Doobie-Doo and John. Okay, that's really sad. Will you be doing Reddit streams? Not sure yet. I'm gonna hopefully do them maybe once a week, but it's not gonna be scheduled. It's not gonna be anything like that. I'll just post on the Discord when I plan on going live. So yeah. So, to do all of this, folks, I need your help with some chat etiquette. So, this is some common etiquette for chatting in my stream. Some of these are common sense, but even regulars have been struggling with this. So please, I'm not kidding this. I'm not kidding. Please, everybody in chat, listen to these. These are important for regulars, for returning folks, all that kind of stuff. Number one, here's a reminder that being mean does not equate to being funny. Can we just agree with this? It's not the same thing, okay? Tone can get really easily misconstrued in a chat room, and the only person you can be rude to is me. Any hostility towards other chatters is not tolerated. There's a zero tolerance policy here, okay? Even if they're trolling or being mean in your eyes, you can't start harassing people, okay? I feel like I don't have to say this one out loud, but we've had some issues, so keep that in mind. Next, if you're not sure where that line is or you want to make sure everything's okay, please don't hesitate to message a mod. You can use the whisper function in Twitch to message them during stream, and they'll get back to you a lot quicker. Using that, how you can tell who's a mod and who is not is the little green sword next to their name. Also in the like names of everybody in chat, there will be a section for mods, and you can either click on their name and like message them there, or you can go to your home screen on your phone or on the Discord desktop and message them there, just putting in their name into the messaging app. That's how you can keep it private too. So if there's a question you have and you don't want everybody in chat to be questioning about it, that's how you do it. Next, can you be kind to new folks? The only way to have a healthy, thriving community is with kindness. So don't be afraid to chat up the new folks and involve them in your conversations, okay? The worst they can do is say nothing, okay? You're here to answer. Okay, I don't trust my mods for the most part, so that's a nightmare. But also, and this one's a big one. Please believe me when I tell you things like my height or how funny I am. I wouldn't lie to you. You're my friend. And friends believe each other. Okay? Understand? Good. All right. And finally, this is our last part of the presentation, folks. How can you help grow the Juliegolive? Let's figure it out. The Juliegolive cousin community. This is an important part, folks. This is how you can do your part to help this thing happen, to help the growth happen that we need in order to continue making this thing be a real life thing and not something that I can't afford to do. So, first off, post memes, clips, and other channel-related content in the subreddit to get it featured on stream and help expand the community. If you haven't been on Reddit before, we do have a subreddit. It's kinda dead because, for obvious reasons, a lot of folks aren't really on there too often right now. Not for obvious reasons, I don't know why. But that's where you should post your memes. That's where you should post all that kind of stuff, okay? So consider doing that in the subreddit, r/Juliegolive. Go ahead and look it up sometime. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Next. Following me on other social medias will help you stay up to date and provide you with different content than Twitch normally does. So if you're looking for just music-related content, I have a SoundCloud, I have a YouTube channel, I have that kind of stuff, okay? That's for just basically music right now. It's subject to change, but especially that SoundCloud, if you look up Juliegolive, you'll find it there. If you're looking for, like, memes and jokes and funnies, you can stay here. You can go to my TikTok. You can go to my Twitter. My Twitter also has all of my updates on stream-related stuff, as well as the Discord. And finally, if you want just sort of how my life's going, if you want personal shit, that's what I use my Instagram for. So consider following me there. Everything is all Juliegolive. That's sort of the social media thing. Next thing that you can do is participate in some community events, okay? Events like the Untalented show, as well as future events on the stream, are easy ways for you to be featured on the stream, grow a name for yourself in and outside of the community, and get to know others inside of our community. I have a lot of plans in the future that require your participation, so please keep your eyes peeled on the Discord for announcements for that. No Facebook? No, screw you. I'm not making a Facebook group for you freaks. Yeah. And finally, voice your opinions to change the content, the course of my content, okay? Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you want to see more of on the channel. You can do so in the Discord, in a DM, or just in chat, okay? You can help shape the community and the content we make. I want to make sure that not only am I having fun, but you guys are having fun too. So that's sort of the big thing. So finally, I'd like to thank you guys so much for your support so far. I can't believe all of the achievements we've had so far. And thank you for watching. This is the time for any questions you may have, anything like that on the PowerPoint presentation. And if not, we will take a quick little 3-minute intermission to get ready for the next part of the stream. Any questions? Where am I? Welcome to hell. This is this is the stream. My name's Julie. I'm not gonna restart the presentation. But that's who I am. That's where you are. Surprise. But I hope you're doing well. Thank you guys so much for your gifteds and everything during that. That was really great of you. So thank you for the claps. Thank you. I know it was a great presentation. Worked very hard on it. Took I don't know how to use PowerPoint, so this was an entertaining delve back into my past. So, Miss Life, I have a question. Are there any plans for Greg 2, bigger, longer, and Greggier? That's not a question for me. That is uninvolved with me. You should ask Greg. When do we get the syllabus? If you require a syllabus, you can send a message. But, you know, you can check out the Discord for any more information on that kind of stuff. But basically, all I have to say is check out the Reddit, post stuff in the Reddit, be kind, and that's pretty much it. Good job on the PowerPoint presentation. Grade 5 wasn't wasted. Bye, kids. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. All right. I have time for one more question before we move on to the next one. Okay, maybe 2. How do I activate my juliegolive.edu email address? No. You're part of the Juliegolive cousin community. That's it. That's all you get. Any other questions? Or shall we move on to the next section of this stream? Sounding a lot like you guys just want to move forward. So, let me turn on the everything, and I will move us over to the next. What's your favorite coffee? I don't drink coffee. Coffee is for sinners and people who want to be short. I'm neither of those. So yeah. How do I beat the big gorilla robot dudes in Revenge? You know what? I think these are questions that the rest of chat can answer. Thank you so much for participating in my PowerPoint. I will be right back for the next section of the stream. Oh. Damn, chat. Go off, chat. You know what? I think the best way to celebrate the next part, the next evolution, I'm gonna let you guys do your tic-tac-toe, and then we're gonna go wild, okay? Because I've drank way too much G Fuel not to just go wild right now. Did you guys lose? That's really sad. Alright. Let's go for it. Hope you guys are ready, because it's gonna happen. You're not ready for what's about to go down. I think we need some backup dancers. What do you guys think? We need more backup dancers. Anyways. Your backup dancers must have rehearsed for days to get those moves so good. Are we in sync? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I know.
You wanna play with your Mario game. I had a big Rames as a big cane. Cause Mario might be super, but I'm super duper with a big tuber. Cause no one's gonna hit it like me, cause Mario has a big C. But I got
Anyways, how's everybody doing? Ha! Oh, Paisley, thank you so much for your 100 bits. I really appreciate it. And everybody who gifted subs earlier, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the heck out of you for that. That's really, really kind of you. So, what'd you guys think of everything? How's everybody doing? How's everybody being? Unregistered Hypercam 2 vibes. Yeah. Poggers. Not enough Beyblades. Oh, the Beyblades are over there. I had them up on the little stand here, but when I put the green screen down, they flew out. So I stopped. I stopped doing that. So, yeah. Let's see. Let me do one thing here and make sure that everything's working out. Let's see. Oh, that's gross. Please don't be that. I'm trying to add a new thing. It's not working. Let's see. Okay. Oh, it doesn't like that. It didn't like what I gave. It didn't like the sauce I was giving out. So, let's see. There we go. Look at that. We did it. It took a second, but it worked. All right. So, folks, I'm gonna set this right here. Oh, so cute. Oh, cancel. Thank you. Anyways, so, with all this being said, I'm super excited for everything that we have planned for the stream, for us, you know? No. We're not doing anything like that. No. Did you activate the talent command? Yep, it's all activated now. Thank you, mods, for helping out with that. Everything should be good to go on that now. So you can check out the form right there and you can fill it out. And yeah, anything that you have that's an untalent, you can feel free to apply with. I really urge anybody who has even something they're thinking about applying with to apply. Worst that can happen is nothing. That's literally it. So go for it. Whew. Ugh. Good God. My day has been kind of wild. I woke up after popping a melatonin last night like a fool because I've been up since I keep on going to bed at like 6 a.m. which is not very good. So I took a melatonin last night so that I could get up a little earlier. Question, is speed painting an untalent if it's really, really bad? Yes. Make it entertaining, that's all I care about. I literally don't care about anything else, just make it entertaining, that's it. That's the only requirement. Julie, manspreading go live? Hell yeah, dude. That's what like dad shorts are for. Whiteboard drawing? As long as it's entertaining, once again. Aria win because of my mere presence. Wow. And you're humble. That's crazy. But yeah, there will be a prize for the Untalented show and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's been redeemed. Oh, I'm stupid. Where was it? Oh, dinosaur eating cake getting abducted by aliens in their UFO. Okay, I can handle that. That's something I can handle. I'm gonna turn on TTS while I do this though, so that you guys can judge me and I can hear what you're saying to judge me. Why'd I open up my typing app? That's not gonna help out. What is the kangaroo stream? We're gonna go to a kangaroo sanctuary in town and play with kangaroos and go-karting and stuff, and I'll bring a bunch of friends. It'll be fun. I'm thinking of just renting out the entire place so that I don't have to worry about children either. So yeah, that's what the sub goal is. That's for a month from now, so by May 16th, if we can hit that, we're going to the kangaroo farm. All right, you guys go ahead and chat it up. Anybody who's subscribed gets to chat, and let me add the
Why not
Dinosaur
just
eating
come
cake.
to Australia and see them in the wild?
Pay for my plane ticket and absolutely.
Australia scary.
Dinosaur.
Booger. Cringe for the entertainment, so Amorinth will invite Julie go simp. I love how pain the bot sounds. Australia has some big flipping spiders. Bedesta Booger do.
Some cake. And then spaceship.
Also has shrimp barbies, not sure what they are, but they sound scary.
Oh yeah, no, this is great. Okay.
BRRAT.
There we go. I did it. You can't really see it. Let me show you it. It's right there. You see it? Up there? Look at him. Don't look at me. Look at it. He's eating cake. He's getting abducted. Oh snap. So cute. Anyways. Let me break. Come back.
Insert dark emoji. TSTSTSTSTS.
Higher. Lower. Ugh. I changed my white balance. I shouldn't have changed my white balance. I shouldn't have changed my white balance. Okay. I think I fixed my white balance. Okay, there we go. Also, shrimp Barbies, not sure what they are, but they sound scary. Honestly, fair. Pretty spooky to me, too. All right. So, Julie lost her balance and fell over. No, I didn't. That's hurtful. I would never fall over on stream. That would be embarrassing, and I'm not an embarrassment. My parents can attest to that. They left because they were embarrassed, but that's just a today thing. That's just a today thing. So, you know what? Okay, you know what else I did over the past week when I wasn't here, when I was taking a break because I finished school and I wanted to celebrate? I'm gonna blow you guys' mind here. I went and saw a movie. Crazy, I know. Absolutely absurd. Can I stop spewing lies on the internet? I know. I went and saw, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Guys, I didn't even know this movie was coming out, but I also had I saw The Lighthouse for the first time over the past week too. I love The Lighthouse. This is by the same studio. I went and saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it is genuinely one of my favorite films of all time. It was such a wonderful movie-going experience. I've never had such a fun, wonderful experience in a movie theater. It was amazing. I strongly, highly recommend if you want to go see it. Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe? Yeah, I saw that one too. But Everything Everywhere All at Once is genuinely one of my favorite films ever, period. It is extraordinary. What film? I left to watch to make a sandwich. Yeah, it's, I don't even know who's in it. I don't even care, really. It's just an extraordinary, it's like an art film, but it's comedy, it's action, it's romance, it's everything. Duh. What's it about? It's about this lady, who, I guess in the trailer it explains this, so it's nothing spoilery. But she finds out that there's a multiverse, essentially. Not like the Avengers. Like there's a multiverse, and she has to help save it, basically. And it's hilarious. There are so many jokes that I'm gonna wait like a month and then I'm gonna start bringing them up on stream so that anybody who wants to see it can go see it. It's absolutely wonderful. It is great. It is so worth a watch. I have not recommended a film that made me feel, it was like, in 5 seconds I went from crying to laughing my ass off to crying again to being terrified. It had every genre in it that I could think of. It was also very artsy. It was very gorgeous. The cinematography was incredible. The actors were amazing and sold it like nothing else. If it weren't for these actors, it wouldn't work. It was incredible. It's just like the Avengers. Yeah, it's kind of just like the Avengers, except for it's fucking not. So yeah, but yeah, I strongly, highly recommend you go see it. Also, I'm gonna turn my lights on in the back because it's looking a little dead back there. Hello, good morning. Come on, up you get. Come on, there you go. Yeah. Wait, what movie? I'm late. Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's great. not enough people are talking about it. It's extraordinary. The outfits they chose for everything, the actors, just, oh my god, I can't get over it. And the memes, it gets super meta in the middle of it. It's amazing. It's so great. I haven't felt that way leaving a movie, like after seeing a movie in I don't know how long. It made me feel so much, and it made me feel so... I love film. I love film. It's one of my favorite mediums ever. If I wasn't doing music, I would try to be in film just because I love it. I don't think I'd be an actor or anything, but I'd try to be either, you know, working cameras or audio or whatever. I just want to be a part of that process. Yeah, it's extraordinary. I can't stop raving about it. Hey, what's up, Ladyface? How you doing, Dr. Dren as well? But yeah, that one was incredible. So, the next part of stream, because I feel like I haven't done enough. It's only been an hour and I'm already through almost everything. The next part of stream that I think is super important and I think is something that everybody needs to be a part of is I created a tier list. I don't usually do tier lists here because I don't like them. But I think that this is one that I need you guys' help with. So you could do both. Oh, why, thank you. A tier list. I'm doing just dandy. Thank you for asking. Yeah, so here's what I made. And I hope you guys will help me out with this one. It's my fallback career tier list. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but or about, you know, what I do, but being a streamer is not very what's the word, feasible for a concept. It's very easy to fail. Now I don't want to aim to fail, but if I do, no ad block, I swear to god I had ad block on. Don't shame me for this, bro. Don't shame me for this. I thought I had ad block on. Where's my ad block? Hello, ad block? No, it's on. It just hates me. Anyways, I just you're buffing to UK. So here's a list of all of the careers that I think I could get. Because I'm young, right? If I fail now, it's like I can go back to school if I need to. I can do all these things. So I found a list of like careers on the internet, but I also picked a bunch of my own. And we're gonna go through them and see what career I want. So let's see. You're using the wrong ads block. Oh no. It doesn't matter. It's fine. We can go big in the US. Is that like a dick joke? I don't know. I use Air Canada to go to the US. It's fine. Anyways, so here's our list of careers. All right here. So, I think most of these are pretty self-explanatory. Explanatory? Yeah. But you know what I mean. So I think the first off, the one that I think would be the most reasonable. So we have will quit right now for. So if I get offered this job, I'm quitting everything. We have S, A, B, C, F tier, and then never gonna happen. It doesn't matter if I fail. I would rather just live at my parents' house and become like that than anything. So let's just start off with, is there anyone that's jumping out for you guys? Explanatory. Space careers. Yeah, explanatory. Is that a football mom? So, okay, so I'll have to explain these, but let's start with that one, sure. So this is, the second one is becoming French. Okay, so this one, I feel like I should actually save this one. This one's an artist. Being an artist. I think being an artist is something that I could do, right? I could pull it off. All I have to do is make art, and I can do that. You guys have seen my Womb Raider art. You've seen my finger paintings. You've seen my art before. I could totally become an artist. I think it might be more stressful though than streaming, because streaming, all I have to do to make content is press a button on my computer and talk to people. Being like an artist is like, it's a lot. You have to make like actual works of art and you have to market yourself and everything. So I think as much as it sounds like fun, it also sounds like it might be even harder than being a streamer. So I'm gonna put it at B tier. You think, no ob's right, yeah. Salutations, I appreciate the A, but I think it might be more work than it's worth just to be an artist. You know, art is hard, but you already do art. It's not about the actual art being hard, it's about keeping up with production, marketing yourself. It's more, I don't even know if it's definitely, what am I saying? It's way more oversaturated than streaming is. So it's kind of difficult. We've seen you painting your ex-BF on a gamer bucket. Marble King, shut the fuck up. With respect, don't. That's such a. I haven't done that for one, but that's such an out of pocket thing to say. You know, love people. Okay. So you want the love people one? Okay. So I also Googled cool jobs. I Googled jobs around me. Well, is this a successful career? Because I feel like as an artist, you're more free once you have it. What do you mean have it? Have the career of being an artist? How do you get that? I don't even know. You just have to sell art. Most people are not successful artists until after they die, right? So that's a bit of a struggle. Next one I think is pretty obvious is the bartender. Now, this is something that I've been looking into doing just on the side while I stream. I think that it would be a super fun job, super social. I think that just don't die. Okay, that's big brain. That's 5 head. I think that it would be a fun little career. I could see you bartending. Yeah, I feel like it's something where you just have to be social and play with alcohol. And I love being around drunk people. I don't necessarily like being drunk, you know? Then you have to work for a good bar. I think it would be fun. And plus you work off tips, which is what I do already. And everybody needs a bartender. I think that the only issue is that I have really bum wrists and I have really bum hands. So if I had to do a lot of bussing and a lot of lifting of glassware all the time, like heavy glassware, it could pose a risk very quickly. I think I would leave it. It would be S tier if it weren't for my wrists. I think this is an A tier. It's difficult dealing with people. Oh, no. I know how to deal with people. I was a teacher for a while, so I had to deal with immature children and immature adults, being their parents. Their parents were the immature adults. I had to deal with a lot of drama. So and drunk people, I'm comfortable around. So yeah. Bartending is not great. A lot of people do drugs to cope. They do that in a lot of jobs. Like if you work as a line cook or you work in a kitchen, that's a normal thing. That's a thing in bartending. Is that one breathing in an okay, no. That one is where is it? That's a firefighter. A firefighter was actually what I wanted to be when I was really young. It was one of the first choices I had in a job. I thought, "Oh, I can be a firefighter. I can fight fires. I can do be super cool, super diligent, be a really cool person, and get super fit. Also, chicks dig firefighters, you know? So I thought, hey, what's the harm in being a firefighter? Then I realized that you have to fight fires. And I love fires. I don't want them to go away. I don't want less fires in the world. I love fires. Why would I want less fires? That's so weak. So I think that's a C tier. I just think that there needs to be more fires in the world than less, you know? Agreed. Okay, good. I need to turn the music up a little bit. Oh. Anyways. So yeah. So why are you here? Like streaming? Because I love it. But like being a musician, like being an artist, it's not something that you can guarantee will work for the rest of your life to pay rent, you know? Thought this was a vending machine because you looked like a snack. Hey, what's up, Nishi? How you doing? Welcome in. Wait, then why is that guy on fire? Oh, let's talk about that one. This is also something that I've been looking into doing if I got fit. Once again, I just need to get fit for all of these. Stunt double. Being a stunt performer. I think that would be sick. Thank you for your follow as well. You're Goid? I'm Goid too. I think being a stunt, I've watched like stunt artists on what's the word? On like different YouTube channels feature them and all that kind of stuff. I think they're really fun. I think it would be a really fun job, except for the fact he might die. But I love the idea of being set on fire because I love fire. I think jumping off of buildings is something that I would do anyways if I knew it was relatively safe. So being paid to do it, I think that would be pretty sick. I think that would be great. You're confused? Oh, this is my fallback career tier list maker. So I'm seeing if I had to fall. You think it's an F, Noab? You don't want to be a stunt performer? I think it would be great. I think it would be fun as heck. I already want to jump out of a plane. I want to jump off of buildings. I want to get hit by cars. I want to get set on fire. I think that would be perfect. Honestly, if I was offered that job right now, I don't think I'd quit streaming, but I think that I would love to do both. Breaking bones, no thanks. That only happens sometimes. The safety regulations around being a freaking like stunt performer is way higher than they used to be. I think Julie would be a great stunt person. Thank you. Thank you. I think so too. You know, I don't necessarily have the face to be an actor or anything, but I certainly have the proportions to fill in as someone's role and get hit by a car, you know? And I think that's so fun. Anyways, what's the next one you guys want to look at? I think we should go to this one. So I think that, you know, having a career where you make your own money and you're your own boss and all that kind of stuff, I think that that's cute. I think that's fun. But what if I just became a mom? Hear me out. Lots of men want a woman who they can pump full of babies and leave to deal with those babies, you know, while they go out and make money in like a stressful office environment, usually like an accountant or working in stocks or something, you know, and all you have to do is deal with kids for 20 years. But you don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about housing. You don't have to worry about any of that. All you have to do is make sure the kids don't die. For the most part. You know, sometimes you can't control that, but for the most part, that's your only job, right? That's kind of sick, right? Don't get me wrong. I do not want to have children. I don't like kids that much. I think that they're kind of mid. You know, kids are fine. I like teaching kids. I like being around kids for like an hour a day. So I think that this one would wear away at me very quickly, and I'd probably go The Shining on everybody's ass. But if I needed to, I could find a rich man who wants to pump a woman full of children and deal with it. It's probably a C tier. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe a B tier. I feel like it would be as stressful as being an artist. Being a mom and being an artist, I feel like that's kind of similar. Also, I might die having the kids, but like I might die as a stunt double too. I don't think that that's super high on my worry list. Dealing with young kiddos sounds super stressful and anxiety inducing. Yeah. I feel like it would wear away at me super quick, but I don't think that it would be undoable. You know what I mean? If I had to, yeah, I think I could. Ooh, being a MILF though. Okay, I could also be a MILF. That's something else. You could combine being an artist with being a mom. I could be a mom artist. Oh, I could force my children to do the art and then sell it for them on the internet. Actually, that sounds like a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that, Laser Son. That's great. Also, if you're rich, you can just hire a babysitter or a nanny or something, right? And then I could do whatever I want. And then I could be a failing streamer like usual. An art teacher? Okay, hold up. We do have teacher on here. So, let's talk about being a teacher. I was a teacher for about 5 years. So I kind of know this job already. I'm pretty familiar with being a teacher. I was a music teacher at a private studio and from my home from when I was 15 till I was about 18 or 19. It's something that I know how to do. I know how to make it work. And I think I'm relatively good with children as long as I don't have to deal with them for more than a couple hours a day. I think being a school teacher might be a bit challenging for me just because patience, but I think being just a normal teacher, you know, like I know how to do already, not bad. I think it's a pretty fine career. I think it would be on the same like plane as being a bartender. You know, I deal with children. I make them grow as people. It doesn't really matter if they learn anything, in my humble opinion. It's more about building a passion for learning. That's literally all I care about, is building passion for learning whatever it is that I'm teaching. So if someone is interested in learning music and I teach them music and they get passionate about music, I care way more about that than if they're a prodigy. That has always been my method. That's always been how I feel, and I stand by that. So I think being a teacher, pretty mid, pretty good, pretty mid. I think it would be pretty nice. Being a substitute teacher, I feel like that would be slightly more stressful, but also you kind of have to be a teacher first to be a substitute teacher for the most part, here at least. Usually they take retired teachers as subs. That's usually what most of them are. So yeah, A isn't mid. Oh, sorry. I meant it was like mint, like really good. I think that it's a pretty good job. I think that I'd rather be a stunt double, but I think being a teacher isn't a bad job. You know, teachers can make okay money in Canada if you have the right qualifications. Yeah, I'd have to go back to school for like 2 years to be a teacher too, which isn't bad at all. I already have most of the degree to get that happening. Bartending teacher, that's what most teachers do actually. Most teachers have a day job and a night job. I know a lot of teachers who work in bars, who work in bookstores, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't think that would be a big deal at all. It could work. We can make it work. Anyways, what are we thinking of for next? There's a lot of good options here. Any standing out to you folks? Here, let's talk about this one. Because I feel like this one's kind of important. I Googled cool jobs. And one that came up that kind of stood out to me, I would be a poor teacher because I don't understand small children. I always need a translator. Oh, I just go, You get used to it though. Being a professional cuddler is a thing. I think it's very similar to being like an escort, like a legal escort, where you just are company for someone, but it's a little more physical. I think I'm a pretty good cuddler. I'm like squishy. I think I could handle it. My only worry is that it's kind of like a Craigslist-y job, so I feel like it would be a little sus. I feel like I'd kind of need somebody to like, to vet the people that I talk to and all that kind of stuff. I feel like it might be a thing. But like, what if I set up like an actual shop? Like an actual shop that just had like a really big couch in like behind like a divider. And you just cuddle with someone for like 30 minutes and get paid $100. I think that'd be sick. Like 30 minutes, $100. That's similar to like a massage. I think that would be fair, you know? What about a therapist or a clown? A clown I already am. A therapist I could never be because I can't handle my own problems, let alone somebody else's. Cuddle and shop? Sus. It does sound a little sus. I feel like it would be a little hard to establish. I think it would be as stressful as being, maybe slightly less stressful than being an artist. But I feel like just the safety of it, I might die. But not in a fun way like I would if I get accidentally set on fire and can't get put out. This isn't like a sad way, like being a firefighter, you know? That kind of thing. So I think it's more of like a C tier. If you speak French, you get a teaching job pretty easily in Canada. I don't speak any language. I barely speak English. So that won't help. You're doing your duty. Oh, geez. Anyways, what are we thinking of next? What's standing out to you guys for careers here? There are a lot of good ones here. I think there are a lot of great ones. You know? I think that these are all pretty alright jobs. I just spilt G Fuel all over myself. That's fine. Let's see. Is the phlebotomist on the list? What's a phlebotomist? That sounds sussy as hell. Is that just studying phlegm or what? Is that a nose remover? That sounds wild. Blood drawer. Ew. Ew, no. I like blood. I want other people's blood, but I don't want to take it from them. I just want them to hand it to me in a convenient like Ziploc bag or something. I don't want to take people's blood like from them. I don't want to like syringe it out of their body. I think I'd rather just be like, you know, I'd rather just like them hand it to me and like pre doled out. That's kind of cool. Professional vampire, but you don't drink it. Why not? Why not? Hi, Cream Dream. How you doing? Welcome back in. Okay, let's do this one next. No, zookeeper. What about a zookeeper? I love animals. I'm such a fan of animals. I think animals are sick as hell. They're like humans, but they don't verbally assault you, you know, which is huge. I think being a zookeeper would be really fun, except for the fact that you kind of got to work up the ranks. So you got to clean a lot of poop for the first at least couple years, you know. And I think you never get over the poop cleaning stage of being a zookeeper. And that's kind of depressing. Hey, what's up, Dale? How you going? I think that's a little sad. No, I've enjoyed the Xbox. I don't know though. What do you guys think? I think being a zookeeper, I think it would be pretty fun though. I just feel like it wouldn't be, it's not as fun as being a teacher or a bartender because the first couple years would suck. But like, it's your birthday? Oh my God, happy birthday, Dale! Oh my God, that's so exciting. I need to do something for you after this. S or will quit right now for. Why? I don't think I would. The local zoo is always hiring people or looking for volunteers. I'm not jumping at the offer because it's just cleaning up poop and dealing with mean customers a lot of the time. You know? Everybody say happy birthday to Dale in chat, please. Yeah! I think this is on the same list as like artist and mom. I think that being a zookeeper is kind of the same as those ones. You know, you gotta deal with people, you gotta deal with customers. It's kind of annoying as shit, but you do get to, there are some positives, you know? You do get to like, you know, you do get to also just hang out with animals and be a little closer. F is for zookeeper. Can you not be liar? That's bartending. Okay, bartending, but you also get to deal with, it's mostly good customers. At least at bars in my area, it's not usually everybody who comes in sucks. You know what I mean? most bars, it's like not everybody who comes in sucks. There are some people who come in who suck, but for the most part, not everybody sucks. At zoos, it's just loud children and angry parents, which sucks. It's not fun. And there's always that one kid who's trying to crawl over and get into the gorilla cage. And you know what happens about that. We all know what happens over that. We know. So I'm a little hesitant on that. So I think that that's sort of a solid B tier. What's next on here that's jumping out to you guys? What are we thinking? Also, no, you can be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. You know, I'm not putting it in a bad position. R.I.P. Haramba. Scuba. Let's talk about the scuba diver. Where is he? There he is. Dixon out for Harambe. Fair. Being a scuba diver. So I watch a lot of videos on YouTube and TikTok from people who go like free diving and just pick up trash in the ocean. That seems pretty cool. Being a scuba diver, I think being around a lot of fish is pretty fun because fish also can't really talk. I know that there's a little bit of risk with it, of course. Like most jobs, there's risk. Not as much as being a stunt double, but there are quite a bit of risk factors. I think as long as I wasn't working for like an oil company or something though, there's usually better safety precautions. Being a diver for an oil company is probably one of the least safe things ever. So scuba welder makes sick money. It's because they die a lot. I don't want to die scuba diving. I want to die being set on fire and hit by a car. I don't want to die scuba diving. So are people paid to dive and pick up trash? Don't think so. But if you live in a place like Bali or like somewhere like that, you don't have to make a ton of money. You know what I mean? You can make a lot less money than you would have to live here. You know what I mean? So if I just went off the grid or just started like kept posting content, I could easily pay for a life where I just go diving and pick up trash all the time. I think it would be a pretty fun job. I think it would be pretty great. It's just an awesome hobby where you find iPhones for the internet. Yeah, I think it would be sick. Plus, swimming, love swimming. I did, when I was a child, have a huge fear of putting my head under the water, and I think that diving would be a great way to get over that. It's just continually doing it until I don't care anymore. It's great for your health. You get fish. You can go spear fishing and just never have to pay for fish ever again. It's a cool job. I think it would be sick. I think it would be fun. I think it's an A tier. You can find a lot of bikes in the river where I live. Jesus. I don't think I'd want to dive in those kinds of rivers. You know what I mean? Are wrists used a lot in swimming? Not really. It's mostly your legs. Usually because flippers and shit, you know? So yeah, I think it's an A tier, you know? Yeah. I think that that's a good spot. Anything else jumping out to you guys? Anything that you're like, I want to know what that is. Because there's, you know what, let's just do this one. And if you guys have any other ideas for the next one, let me know. Being a cashier. You know what? It's one of the most popular jobs in the world. It doesn't pay a lot, but it is a job. There's a lot less, I wouldn't even say less drama from customers, but it's not necessarily, but it's accessible. If you have no requirements whatsoever, if you have no qualifications, you can become a cashier. You just have to be okay with math. I'm pretty good with math. And you have to be okay with customers. So I don't think that it's the worst job in the world. I think I think it's an inevitable job. I don't think I'd choose it. Just because I think that it would either be the most monotonous shit in the world or it would be torture. Because it's either doing the same thing over and over again and making shitty small talk or dealing with awful people who give you fake coupons and stuff. Vinny Owl, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Vinny Owlworth, I hope you're doing well. I think I would take it if I needed to. If I really needed money, I would be a cashier. I don't think I'd hesitate to become a cashier. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not, I don't want the job. It would be one of those jobs that I would have until I physically don't need to have it anymore. It's sort of like an in-betweener type thing. Cashier at a bank. Oh, cashier at a bank is kind of cool though. I feel like if there's different kinds of cashiers, you know? I think it would be a solid C, between C and like, I think I should change this to be a D tier. It's not an F tier. I think it's probably D tier for me, where like, if it's the only job I can get, I'll take it. I won't complain. But yeah, it's actually Viney. Oh, cool. Well, welcome in, Viney. I hope you're doing well. How the heck did you find this place and why are you here? Okay, we wanted to talk about janitor next. Fuck being, like, okay, no, actually that's a lie. I like cleaning. Is that weird? I don't like cleaning my own stuff, but I think it's super satisfying if it's like something you're getting paid for to clean. I don't think being a janitor necessarily has to mean cleaning up vomit in a school. You can be like a housemaid where you just like go to people's houses and clean up their stuff. You can be like someone who cleans up places after like renters are out of them, you know? Cleaning, okay, but not poop. No. But like, you know, there's jobs, especially like being a woman, where you don't have to do like a bunch of the really gross stuff, and you can kind of just get paid to like clean up, disinfect type stuff. It doesn't have to be the grossest job in the world. Do I want the job? Not really, but I feel like it would be it's like being a mom, but you're not responsible for any children, you know? Being a mom is like, okay, it's like being a janitor, but you also have to care about the children. I think that this is honestly probably on par with being a mom. I think that's probably the same. I think it's a B tier. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's you know, I've been a janitor. It was a decent job. Exactly. I feel like it's a fine job, especially if you don't pick like a place where you have to deal with a bunch of vomit and a bunch of poop and a bunch of that kind of stuff, you know. But you know, I'm just bored and also waiting for Owl House comic my friends are making to come out. That's cute. I was a janitor once. I cleaned an office building after hours. Wasn't bad work, really. Yeah, it's just cleaning. It's super mindless. You can listen to music while you do it for the most part. You don't have to deal with other people, which is kind of nice sometimes. Yeah, I think it's a solid B tier job. Is it as cool as scuba diving? No. But that's okay. All right, what are we thinking next? Okay, here's one that's pretty exciting. Before I started streaming, about 5 or 6 months before I started streaming, I auditioned to be a princess party princess. So a scuba booba. Yeah, I auditioned for it. The issue I had was that it was an audition for dancing princesses, and they didn't tell me that. So I showed up to the audition, and everybody was wearing like clothes they could move in and like dance shoes and shit. And I show up in like jeans. Oops. And they wanted me to learn a dance, and I left because that was not what I was there for. I thought I was gonna have to like show like my people skills, and if it's like a Disney princess, which this place was doing like Disney princesses, all I have to do is be able to like sing their songs or whatever and be good with children. I'm fine at either of those. And you have to put a beat on. I can put a beat on. Everybody knows I can do a full beat. That's fine. So I was like, what's the problem? The only issue is that I had to cover up my tattoo, which was pretty difficult. But like being a princess, like not like an actual princess, but like being like a party princess, seems like a pretty mid job, honestly. You know, you just gotta go deal with children for short amounts of time, and then after you're done, you get paid, and you just have to look pretty and make music, and that's pretty much it. For the most part, they aren't a dancing thing. I don't know why this place had dancing stuff. I think it's probably an A tier. I don't think that I'd quit anything for it or do anything like that, but it's a pretty cool job. It's pretty all right. It's a pretty cool job. Yeah, I think it's pretty all right. I think scuba diving, ooh. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so that one's not bad. Let's do one that everybody I think is gonna talk about. This one right here. Let me just say this right off the bat. I don't think I could do this job. This is already a job that I'm like, I don't think I would be successful. I don't think this would be something I'm good at. Being a stand-up comedian is something that I've always wanted to do. And it was one of those things where I was a kid and my mom looked at me and said, Julie, you're not funny. How can you be a stand-up comedian? You're not funny. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I have the chops for it. If I did have the chops for it, I would love to do it. Don't think I can do it. So I'm gonna put that one at C just because I feel like the rejection that I would face daily, kind of wouldn't vibe for me. You know what? And according to my mom, it would be a never gonna happen. So I think I'm gonna put it in never gonna happen just because I don't think it's gonna happen. But I still, before I move out of this city, because I want to move out of this city one day, before I move out of this city, I want to do one open mic night stand-up comedy thing. I want to try once. I want to embarrass myself in front of a group of strangers that I will never see again, and then humble myself so that I know for a fact that this is not something I can do. But I want to try it once. And when I fail it, that's when I move on. That's when I move on from that dream. But I want to fail it once before I move on from that dream. So that's why it's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I'm still going to do it once. You know? Yeah, no, I'm going to try and I'm going to fail and that's going to be okay. But everyone fails the first time. That's fair. I don't think I could handle that rejection multiple times though. I think once would already crush me, especially if it was around people that I'd have risk ever seeing again. So yeah, if you have a material, a lot of stand-up is practicing apparently. Yeah, nonetheless, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could physically muster the ability to continually get up on a stage and embarrass myself over and over again. I kind of do that already. Anyways, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna fail, and then I'm gonna move on. So it's never gonna happen because that's what my mom thinks. If it was up to me, it would be in D tier. Let's go on to something, let's see. What if you're good? Then I'd love to do it, but it's never gonna happen. So that's just how it is, you know? That's all. Okay, so let's see. What on here looks pretty interesting? Okay, this is one that my parents would like. That last one is one my parents would hate. This is one my parents would like, being a doctor. I actually, before I went to school for music, was planning on going for pre-med because I wanted to be an audiologist. Being an audiologist, you just dig around in old people's ears, basically. That's all you do all day. Just fit people for what are they called? Hearing aids. You just dig around in old people's ears. Sounds fun. Sounds not too stinky either. Being a doctor, there's a lot of strong smells. But being an audiologist, there's usually less strong smells. The only issue that I find with this kind of job, you don't have to deal with difficult customers for the most part, especially if it's something niche like audiology. You make really good money, but you do have to go to school for like 10 years. And that's a lot in debt. I'm already in debt. They say Seinfeld wrote down every joke he thought. That's great. I'm never gonna be the star of the B movie, and that's okay. You know? I'm humble. That's okay. I think being a doctor would be pretty sick, except for the fact that I'd be in crippling debt for like 20 years. And I think that that's pretty much the big downside. Also, it doesn't have anything to do with like entertaining folks. It's more about making folks feel better, which is kind of cool, but not really the same vibe. Sounds only slightly better than a dentist. I don't like dentists because you get bit. People can't bite you with their ears. I like watching audiology videos too. I used to, oh God, this is such a cringe thing, but you know how people watch pimple popping videos? They have ear cleaning videos. And I used to watch them. I think it's an S tier video. I think it's S tier if I didn't have to deal with the debt. The debt is making it an A tier. The debt is scary. I don't like the debt. So yeah, imagine being in medical school. Couldn't imagine, that's cringe as hell. Earwax is gross. I watched it. I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was pretty satisfying. It was basically like, you know those videos where people have stucco and they take like a scraper to the stucco and they scrape all the stucco off? It's like that on a tiny, tiny level. Little tiny level. Plus you get like a little suction thing, so it's like vacuuming too. Anyways, it's just ears. It's just ears. I don't care about ears. Ears are fine. Thankfully they don't arouse me either, so that's good. Y2, welcome. Y-Tootsie? I think that's how you say it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Or Yootsie? I don't know. Welcome in. Not all have a lot of debt. No, the ones with rich parents don't have a lot of debt, which is great. Good for them. I don't have that. So I'd be in a lot of debt. Of course, like when you get paid as much as a doctor does, the debt goes away pretty quick, but still it exists. Do ears arouse people normally? I don't know. What to do here? You can give your opinion on what fallback career I could go for. We've already done quite a bit of them, but yeah. Are there people, what about feet? Not gonna deal with feet. Feet are stinky. Just like mouths, just like regular doctor stuff. It's stinky. I don't wanna deal with a bunch of stinky stuff. My nose, I don't wanna deal with like that abuse on my nose all the time. Ears are fine. Ears don't usually smell, you know? Yeah, ears don't arouse people normally, but some people do. Anyways, next one on the list, proctologist Julie. No, I'm okay. I don't want that. Next on the list, let's talk about being an airline pilot. A lot of people want to be a pilot. A lot of people want to learn how to fly. This is a dream job for a lot of folks. There's even someone in chat, I forget who it was, who's in school for being a pilot. It's a very cool job. Being able to fly around. You don't even have to deal with people for the most part if you don't want to deal with people. You can just ship things. You can just fly things around. I think it would be pretty cool to have that power to literally fly and do that all the time. I think that the schooling for it's usually not too crazy expensive either. The only issue is that I don't give a shit. If I want to fly, I want to fly downwards quickly. I want to jump out of a plane and not fly the thing, you know? I don't think that it's much of will quit right now for, see, that's good for you, Noab. There's a lot of people who feel really passionate about becoming a pilot or flying things. I don't care that much. There are a million other things I'd rather do. I'd rather be a professional cuddler than be a pilot. It's just not for me. It's not something that gets me super excited. I wouldn't get out of bed and be like, oh boy, I get to fly the machine with a bunch of buttons. It's okay. Plus, the community is super toxic. There's a lot of reform that needs to happen in airlines for stewardesses, for pilots, for everything. It's kind of fucked up. So, you good in math? Yeah, I'm fine in math. I did a lot of math. I like math, but I don't like this. This doesn't interest me. I'm putting it in D tier. It's not something that if I got offered the job and they said, hey, we'll pay for your schooling and everything, that I'd say no to if I didn't have any other options. But like, parachute jumper pilot. I'd rather just be the parachute jumper than the pilot for them. I want to be the guy who's jumping out. I don't want to have to fly them around while they get to do the fun part. No. That's my opinion on that one. Next one. Let's talk about a job that I always wanted. This is a job I really wanted to do for quite a while. A stylist, a hairstylist or a barber. Kind of into it. Love hair. I think hair's fun. I think learning all the different styles of hair that you can do and all the different types of people that you'd be able to work with would be fun. I would have this just seeping anxiety about fucking up someone's hair and them going, I hate it, and then never being able to recover from that. That moment, when and if that would happen as a hairstylist, that would ruin me. That would ruin my career. But I think the idea of messing with people's hair and making money doing it is really fun, because I mess with people's hair all the time and then I warn them it's not going to end well, but it sometimes does, and it's kind of fun. Leo, welcome. So I think it's okay. I don't think it's as fun as, if I'm gonna put this here, I'm putting Doctor 1 lower, because it's cheaper to go to a salon and do salon stuff, and it's kind of the same amount of stink, you know, but it's cheaper. But you also make less money. But I don't think it would be bad though. I think it would be fun. I like messing with people's hair. I love ruining people's hair. It's one of my favorite hobbies. So yeah, I think it would be pretty sick. Don't think I'd want to go to school for it, but I wouldn't be against it. I also just think that it's one of those things where if you're gonna be a stylist and you're gonna go to school for it and everything in modern day, you should probably know how to do everybody's hair. Not just straight hair, but being able to do curly hair, being able to cut men's hair well, women's hair as well. Lots of those. Same amount of stinko, I guess, the coloring stuff. Yeah, it's a stinky process, but it's not overly stinky. The only issue is that some people suck. There's a lot more people who suck in hair stuff because there's a lot more people who do it. You know? But I think it's alright. I think it would be on par with being a princess. I don't know. It's okay. I don't know if it's A tier. I think it's B tier. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. Next. Let's see what's next. Let's do being a chef. Being a cook. Oh, do I see criminal? Ooh, we'll talk about the criminal one after this. I love food. I think that food is such an interesting concept. I love trying new foods. I love going to restaurants when I can afford it. When I was in Banff, we went to this place called Bison, and they had this super fancy bison platter where I tried bison 3 different ways. And it was delightful. It was such a wonderful experience. I tried a bunch of things that I never would. I love it. I think that food is such an exciting thing. However, all of those positives, there's also some negatives. Being a cook, you gotta work your way up. if you don't go to school for it, which I wouldn't go to school for it because fuck formal education. And being a cook also means that you just hate your life because it's super stressful. It's super high stress. It's not that fun. It's not fun to do, and you hate yourself the entire time. There's not a lot of freedom in it. Being a cook, being like a chef, takes like a whole nother level of work. And it's something that you got to dedicate a lot of tears and a lot of stress to. And I have crippling anxiety. So being in a super high stress environment like a kitchen is a lot. So I think for me, it's kind of a D tier. I think it's a D tier. It's like, I would love it if it was just the fun cooking part and like making new recipes and doing all the fun stuff instead of the build-up. The build-up and the work towards it, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's something that it's just like, no. Bulk cooking is somehow gross to me. Giant pot of stew is disgusting. I think it's sick as hell. I think it's fun as hell. I think bulk cooking is fine. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. It gets a little more mechanical when you get to that level because it's less about little things and it's more about just dumping 5.5 pounds of flour into a thing. But yeah, food truck chef, that's stressful as hell. That's just stressful. It's just stressful, which is fine if you can handle stress. Hi, my name is Julie. I have anxiety. Stress doesn't do well with me. So yeah, it's okay. But it's same as airline pilot. It's just not for me, you know? I don't think it's never gonna happen, but it's just not for me. Okay, so let's talk about crime for a moment, folks. Now, this isn't just normal crime. This is online crime. I think being a hacker is something that I don't have the skill set for yet. If I took a lot of classes, if I really built up a passion for it, it would be a pretty cool job. Just like spreading misinformation on the internet, but like to like a criminal degree. I think that's fun. You can always pump and dump NFTs. Yeah, like there's different levels of being a shitty person on the internet, you know? I think that there's a lot of ways to be a shitty person on the internet that don't require having to be like a script kiddie, you know? That's just fraud. See, but there's a ton of ways where you can be a shitty person on the internet and make money, and you don't have to know a ton about being a shitty person on the internet. You don't have to know a ton about computers. So I think spreading misinformation on the internet is kind of something I already do. If I got paid to do that, that would be sick. I don't think there's many jobs for that. So the actual jobs that you could get for being like a cybersecurity person or like stealing credit card information or stuff like that, it's like, it's a little risky. You might go to prison. It's a little difficult. And I don't know if the payoff's there for me. I don't think that this is a job for me. I love spreading misinformation, but I think doing it to an illegal degree. So plenty of jobs in media from misinformation spreading. Oh, so something like more like an office job you're talking about. Like an office job. Social engineering. Ooh, I like that word. That sounds better than spreading misinformation on the internet. That's a nicer way of saying that. But like an office job, like being a marketing person or being like working in statistics or analytics or just, I don't know, design, PR, stuff like that. There's a lot of office jobs that are really, really chill. A lot of the time in office jobs, you don't have to like put in a ton of work. You just kind of have to show up if they need you, you know? And you get paid pretty well. Usually an office job, for the most part, is something you could live off of. And you don't need a ton of training for most of them. I think it's an okay job. I think it's okay. I think I might go insane. If someone ate my lunch out of the fridge, I would threaten everybody in the building. Cushy office jobs are boring. That's exactly what I'm saying. It would be so monotonous. It would be so boring, but it would be safe. It would be safe. I could guarantee that I make like enough money to live, basically, because it wouldn't be minimum wage. Is it something I'd choose? I don't think I would choose it over a lot of things. I think I'd choose it over being like a chef or a cashier or an airline pilot, but I don't think I'd choose it over like being a janitor even. I don't know if I'd choose janitor. Like, I think it would be so boring, you know? I think janitor might be in C tier too. I think janitor would be cool. I just think I might get bored too. But also being a janitor, you can actually, okay, no, I lied. Being a janitor, you can do whatever you can dance while you do it. You know, you can listen to music, you can scream, you can fuck around with other people's shit. there's a lot of fun things you can do as a janitor and not get caught doing. Whereas with an office, there's kind of people around. You can't necessarily just do it your own way. You can focus on being an art mom, being a lottery winner. I don't want to be a mom if I can, you know, fight it. But yeah, I like the idea of being a lottery winner. I don't like the idea of buying lottery tickets. Birthday reminder. Yes, no, I'm gonna get to that once I'm done the tier list, okay? Because we only have a few things left on the tier list. Thank you, John. So, next on the tier list, okay. Let's do this right now. The Army, or military, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. The Canadian Armed Forces. Let's call it that, because that's what it is. When I was younger, around high school, middle school era, does Canada have a National Guard? I don't know. I don't think so. They're all just called the Canadian Armed Forces. That's what they're all lumped into. I wanted to join the Army. I'm not kidding. I wanted to do this purely because I wanted to go to school to be a doctor, or something that required more than 4 years of school, basically. I wanted to do it so that they would pay for my schooling. Plus, I'd get fit, and I think that the community around it, if you're actually in the community, is pretty nice. It's nice to have like a support system like they do in the Canadian Armed Forces. However, I'm really glad I didn't do that, because there's a lot of things that I don't want to be on. Like, basically what I was planning on doing was doing the 4 or 5 years of training and service that they require, then being done, doing school and doing that. But during that time, there's also like 5 years after that where you're just on a list where if they need you, you have to go. You don't get a choice. Not fun. Don't like war also. Don't like it as a concept. Don't like shooting guns. Don't like shooting guns at other people. Don't like that. Don't like the idea of having other people's lives at risk because of me. I don't like a lot of the things that a lot of armies stand for. Don't think it's gonna happen. Don't think it's for me. The people who are in it, good for them. There's a great community. Have you shot guns? I've never shot a real gun. Oh, no, wait, that's a lie. We used to shoot gophers sometimes, but nothing crazy. It wasn't anything that's like, I haven't gone to a shooting range or anything. You know, I've done some backwoods shit, but nothing too crazy. You know, just normal kid stuff from Canada, but nothing crazy. It was fine. It was cool. It was like, oh, it's just like shooting a bow and arrow except for easier, you know? It was fine, but I don't think I'd want to shoot at people ever. Being an astronaut. This was one of my number ones when I was a kid. When I first got into science and shit, wanted to be an astronaut. Only issue with it is that you die. 1 in like 15 times you die. Don't really care about it that much. I could just look at the stars and be cool with it. Do you even lift? Bro, do I? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. That was a question for me. Yeah, yes, I lift people's spirits, and I lift people's anxiety levels. What about you, Poplux? What do you lift, huh? What's your PB, huh? I don't think being an astronaut is much for me anymore. I think the concept of it is terrifying. I think it would be a pretty cool job if I was just offered, hey, do you want to, like, hey, Elon Musk just like bought you a plane ticket to the moon. You want to go for it a bit? I'd be like, hell yeah. I don't think I'd want to dedicate my life to it. I don't think I'd want to go up more than once. So I think it's like one of those things where it's like, hey, if I was offered to go up to space for like a second, I would. Or like for a week, or even for a month, I think would be sick. As long as it wasn't something that I have to do more than once, or I have to dedicate my life to. But that's not much of a career. So I think I'd probably put it in D tier. It's okay. I would not until I know it's safer than it is. Yeah, it's pretty safe. Canadian Space Force. Ooh. I think it's okay. Next on the list, let's see. Being a spy. I've actually been looking at this career for quite a long time. Not necessarily being a spy. I think that's kind of a bad word for it, but working for like the Canadian Investigation Bureau or whatever. Or working for the FBI or whatever. I think I love spreading misinformation. I love the intelligence agency. I love doing shit like that. and I love being a little shit and nosing around in other people's business. And I'm pretty good at keeping secrets. I think that I'm pretty good at getting what I want from other people too, which sounds really messed up, but like it's kind of true. And I'm really good at blending in because I look like an average person. There's nothing special about me where someone would be like, ah, I've seen that face before. No, I'm very forgettable, which is perfect. And I think that just the idea of knowing shit that other people are not allowed to know and just being able to keep secrets and shit is really fun. I think it'd be cool. Be a prime minister? No, thank you. I think this is a pretty good job. Canada has an FBI. We have an intelligence agency, which is similar. It's not to that same scale, but it does the same work, basically. The only issue is that a lot of the stuff that is hiring for the intelligence agency in Canada is not fun. It's just like internet Googling, which is cool, but I like the idea of being a field agent and like fucking around in other people's business. I think if I could get the job, it would be the funnest job ever. I don't think I could get the job, but I'd definitely try. I definitely would try. You could use the wigs. I could use the wigs. It's basically just like blending in and being places where you don't belong for a living, which sounds fun. Yeah, most of that career equals office job. Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork and stuff involved, which is fine. But I think just the act of like being able to be a little crap and get paid for it, it'll be fun. I can tell you 100% that for better or for worse, we will not forget you. If you saw my face in 20 years, I don't think you'd recognize me. I think you'd be like, oh, that's the fucking e-girl. That's cool with me. You're hired. We checked your background. Ooh, you checked my background? You Googled my name? Don't Google my name. Don't Google my name. But I think it would be sick. I don't think it's a job I could get, but if I could get the job, I would love it. I've always been interested in that kind of stuff. I think it's super fun. Now we're getting into the good stuff. We're getting into the good stuff now. The internet chick. Yeah, that's me. That's me. This is the good stuff. We're talking being an e-girl. Look at that. That sounds like a pretty damn good job if I say so. It's cushy. All you have to do is take pictures all day and videos of being hot. You have to be hot and post a lot of content. It's kind of what I do already, just to a different audience. You know, different content, different audience. I've dabbled in the e-girl stuff. I've dabbled in the old cam girl type vibe. I did this thing where whenever my computer was broken or fucked up and I didn't have any content ready for stream, I would just sit there and if someone subbed, I would write their name on my arm. Worked for a while, not gonna lie. It was pretty okay. The only issue is that nobody cared about what I had to say. There wasn't anybody who was there who was like, oh, she's funny, I like her personality, I'm gonna be a part of that. It was just people there to stare. And I don't like that. I think that I'm a little too anxious for that. But if I could do it, like I know Amaranth, for example, is basically a cam girl on Twitch. And there's no shame in saying that. She's a thought. That's what she calls herself. She's switching her content now. She put out an announcement earlier this week where she said, I'm doing this until the end of April, I think she said. Or the end of May, I don't remember. And then she's switching up her content. No more e-girl stuff. Shutting down the OnlyFans. Crazy stuff. I'm super excited for her. And I think that it would be one of those things where it's like what she did. Get the bag and get out. It would be cool. I don't know if it would be a forever thing for me. And I don't know if it's something that I'd want to be known for because it's one of those unstable jobs where it's like, okay, if you get this job, you have a really good career for 2 to 5 years and then you're done. And then if anybody ever Googles your name, you're fucked. That's a lot. That's a lot to be okay with right off the bat. So I think it's a pretty good job. I think if I was successful at it, it would be an A tier. I think if I wasn't successful at it, it would suck. But if I did it and I was successful, it would be pretty good. Next, being a gamer. We're getting down to the final few, folks. Being a gamer. What if you used a fake name? People can find out your real name so easily. All they have to do is take a picture of you and reverse Google it, and then like old Facebook profiles will come up, or old Instagrams, or stuff like that. Like, it's so easy. Or people will go, hey, I know that person from school. This is their name. It's so not hard, you know? You can't avoid that entirely. Not unless you have never posted anything and you cull everything. You make sure that you have no presence online before you start something like that. Okay, being a gamer. Let's talk about gamers, folks. It's so not hard. Hey, that would be me as an e-girl. Let's talk about being a gamer. I will donate $50 if you can guess what country I live in. Squidey. Okay. I think you live in... Let's go crazy here. Romania. Or wait, do I get to ask questions first? Anyways, being a gamer. I want to be a gamer. I want to be like Ninja, but not shitty as a person. You know? I think that being a gamer would be sick. It's basically what I do right now. Sure? Okay, is your primary language English? Is your first language in your country English? I think being a gamer is similar to what I do now, except for you gotta be good at games. I think it would be fun as hell. I think it would be great. I think it's like similar to being a stunt double. It would be really cool. It would be a fun thing. If I could be a professional gamer, if I could have the time to practice and really get into it for like a game, it would be fun. No shame in that. It's very similar to what I do. No. Do you live in, okay, let me think. Ooh, this is such a hard thing. Do you live in a place where it snows? That's a good question. That's a great question. Okay, next on the list. These are the ones I've been saving. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Being a skateboarder. I'm sorry. Can I be Tony Hawk? Fuck yes, I can. I'm going to be Tony Hawk. If I fail at being a streamer, it's Tony Hawk or nothing. You know? Yes, you live in a place where it snows. But it's not a primarily English-speaking country. Oh yeah, what time is it for you right now? I want to be Tony Hawk. I want to be Tony Hawk's brother Mike. I want to be just like Tony Hawk's brother Mike. Have you skateboarded? Yes. When I was younger, I had my brother's old skateboard, and it didn't turn because the truck sucked on it, and it only had one side that was raised. It was really bad, and it didn't turn, but I played with it, so that's some experience. I could do it, and I will do it. It's gonna happen. I'd love to be a skateboarder. I want to be the next Tony Hawk. I want people to say, hey, you look a lot like Julie. Have you heard of this person, Julie? They're like a professional skateboarder. You look kind of like them. I go, oh, really? That's cool. And then move on. And that would be all my Twitter is. And that'd be great. Remember when you tried roller skating? Can you not call me out like that, man? On Maine? If I could do it, I'd love it. I would quit my job right now to be a professional skateboarder. Hands down. But over anything else in the entire world, I want to be a noodler. I want to noodle so bad. Really, I really won't answer the time as it makes it too easy. I think it's a pretty good question though. What is the most popular food from where you live? God, I love my cock's... Fuck. I said it. Hi, Bagel! Right on, my cock. Okay. Thanks, Bagel. How you doing, bud? How you doing? I think being a noodler... Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know what noodling is when you go into like a swamp and you catch catfish, but instead of using bait, you are the bait. So you find a catfish hole, you find a hole in the swamp, and you shove your hand in it, or your foot, whatever you'd like, whatever you're into. You shove your foot into the hole or your hand into the hole, and then a catfish bites it, and then you pull him out. Thank you, Cat. I appreciate that. How you doing, Bagel? And you pull them out, either with your foot or with your hand. Usually you use your hand. I think it would be so fun. What is there not to love about shoving your hand into a hole in the middle of a swamp and pulling out an animal? That'd be sick. Top tier. I would quit my job. I would quit everything to go be a noodler for like a year. That'd be amazing. That's like the best job in the world. I'll only say meat, and you have no more questions. Any guesses? Germany? Maybe Germany? Because they got sausage. I'm guessing Germany. I don't know. Don't catfish have teeth? Yeah, sometimes you get a little cut up every now and then, but they won't take off your whole arm, you know? I'm thinking Germany. Because spaghetti would be Italian, right? You'd say pasta or some shit, you know? You wear gloves, I think. No, you don't. I've watched so many noodling videos. You don't. You don't at all. But yeah, I want to be a noodler where you just shove your hand in a hole and pull out the animal. I think it would be great. So yeah, this is my tier list. Is there anything that you guys think should be switched around? Is there anything you guys want to contest? So, in top tier, South America. Unfortunately, they said it snows wherever they live, so I don't think it's there. So top tier, will quit right now for is professional skateboarder or noodler. S tier is stunt double or gamer. A tier is bartender, teacher, diver, princess, party princess, spy, or cam girl. B tier is artist, mom, zookeeper, doctor, hairstylist, or janitor. Sorry, but no, goodbye. Okay, bye. Can you tell us what the answer was then? That's fine. C tier, firefighter, professional cuddler, and office worker. D tier, cashier, pilot, chef, astronaut. And in the never gonna happen category, we have armed forces person, internet crime person, or comedian. Not gonna be a comedian, unfortunately, as much as I'd like to. I get the feeling you should move chef and comic up. Chef? I like the idea of a chef. I don't think I could handle it though. What about sugar baby? That's like the same as a cam girl, just different vibe. Still A tier. It's like a mix between cam girl and mom, you know? Combine the criminal and comic careers. Ooh. See, that sounds more up my alley, but that's just spreading misinformation on the internet. That's just what I do. You know? I think that it would be cool to be a comedian. It's never gonna happen. It's not that I don't want it to happen like the other two. The other two, it's like, I don't think I could do those. That's not gonna happen. But comedian, I wanna do it. It's just never gonna happen. Imagine anything south of Texas ever getting snow. Like how? Sometimes they do. Don't they? I don't know. But it's not often. It's not like it does in Canada where it's just guaranteed every year that you freeze for like 4 or 5 months, you know? Anyways, this is my tier list. Combine the criminal and spy careers. Double agent. Ooh, spicy. I'd be down for that. That'd be fun. I like that. So here's my fallback career tier list. This is what I would do if streaming just doesn't work out. These are my options. Hey, don't make any funny moves. I don't plan to be funny. Don't worry. I vote Juliegolive for Queen of England. Dude, when the Queen dies, I'm taking her role. Could I challenge her to a duel? If she accepted, could I become the queen? Oh, I totally could kick her ass. I could kick the queen's ass so easily. And then I could be the queen. We already had a royal as a Canadian royal for a second there, like Meghan Markle. She's Canadian. She was a royal for a hot second, but she did stop being one for obvious reasons. So, as much as I think it would be sick, also, So here we go. I think we're good. I think this feels right. You know? I think that everything all together, I think these feel correct. I think we did it. Which I'm pretty proud of. Good job, chat. Good job. Oh my goodness. Don't make any funny moves. Don't worry. All my moves are criminally sad. So yeah. Wow, jeez. Here we go. We did a tier list. We figured it all out. We did it. Now I have some job options for when streaming inevitably doesn't become a thing. I'm on board with the tier list. The Queen's corgis are actually attack mechs in disguise. She'd like screw one onto each arm and transform into an Uber Queen. Oh right, I forgot she has like a bunch of dogs. She outlived all of her corgis though, which is depressing as hell. I don't know if she breeds them anymore. I could be wrong though. I'm on board with that tier list. Yeah, I think that there's no contest for most of those. So hell yeah, we did it. We're now tier list kings. Anyways, so folks, I didn't take my medication today, but I did drink G Fuel, which is like the same thing, but not at all. The Queen owns all the swans in England. Is that true? Is that canon? Illumina Timmy, are you spreading misinformation on my channel? I'm the only one who can spread misinformation. Basically, I wanted to make that tier list because I think I've decided that I'm giving this streaming thing, I'm gonna give it until like a year from now. And I don't know, a year from now, maybe 9 months from now. And if I can't be self-sufficient by then, I gotta get another job on top of this. I'm not gonna quit by then, but I need to get another job on top of this. I need to do something else too. But right now I have so many plans to sort of do everything I want to do first. Like, I want to travel a bit. I want to finish my album, which I'm actually, I got more news from my producer. It's happening very soon. And it sounds like I'm recording it in a church. I thought it was going to be recorded in the downstairs of a barber shop because that's where his first studio was. Now he's working out of a church. So the resonance, it's going to be holy. It's going to be a holy album. I'll tell you that. It's going to be great. But Misty, and your hair looks, aw, thank you, Scotsman. I'll watch this back. Good, you missed a very important presentation at the beginning of stream. It would be easy to be queen, just not into guys? For me to be queen, just not into guys. There could be 2 queens. I don't know. I love that you're taking a stab at event production. I'm sorry, but it doesn't... I'm good at organizing. Why can't I just do it? If I want to have a show, I can just make the show happen. I don't think that it's something that I want to do if it's not something that I'm involved in directly, you know? But I think it would be fun. I think it would be cool. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a cool event. And it's exactly the kind of shit that I want to be a part of. And it's the kind of show that I would want to see. Which is, for those of you guys who weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I am doing I'm doing a show. I'm making a show happen in my city in Calgary. In June, we are doing an evening of music, magic, and drag. So we're gonna have the show is gonna be a bunch of bands, mostly punk and rap, from in town, from out of town, very comedy heavy, heavily comedy heavy. And my band, which is, we started as a jazz band. I don't think we're gonna play too much jazz, but we're gonna make sure that it's a funny, fun time. And yeah, we're gonna make it like sort of a comedy type thing. The main event, the big part, is gonna be a magic show. I have a friend who's a magician. I'm making him do a magic show for us. It's gonna be great. And then the after party is gonna be drag. We're gonna have an entire drag show for the ending. So it's gonna be great. I know a bunch of, and so is my sibling, Laura knows a ton of drag performers in town here. So it's gonna be an absolute hoot for an after party to just have it be drag. Just everybody hangs out, has a good time, and some people get jiggy with it. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, I failed at funny. It's okay, I do it all the time. If you enjoy it and you're good at it, I could see you making it a side gig at least. I don't think I genuinely, for this show specifically, if I break even, I win. It's my first show I'm ever organizing. If I break even, I win. If I don't break even, it's gonna be how it is, you know? But yeah, it's gonna be a cool show. I think it's something that a lot of folks, especially around my age range, would like to go to. You know, I wanna go to a night of music, magic, and drag. Are you fucking kidding me? As much of the weird stuff as can physically happen, I want to happen. And yeah, I just think it would be a great time. So yeah, hey, what's up, JP? Welcome in. Yeah, so excited for that. My God. I'm not kidding. Getting ready for this week of streaming, getting ready everything in the background for streaming for music, for this show, for everything. No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. Exactly, Sissy Badussi. Exactly. The Cowboy Junkies recorded the Trinity sessions at a church on a single mic. That's cool. I'm not the Cowboy Junkies. But I think it'll be fun to record on in a church. I think it's a cool place where I think most of the recording won't be in the main area, but I think every now and then it will be. And the resonance in there would be sick for a lot of the shit I'm thinking of. There's a lot of songs where I'm like, oh my God, being in a church for this? Yes, absolutely. Jesus Crib concert. Okay, so the show I'm talking about, the Night of Music, Magic, and Drag, is not in a church. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat. It's at an actual bar that's known for music. So yeah, I'm definitely not a cowboy, that's for sure. I am, yeehaw! I hate myself. But yeah, I also hooked up the green screen while the week off. I organized a ton of stuff. I'm not kidding, my neck, I need to go to a chiropractor because I think I spent more time awake at the computer than I did doing anything else for the past 3 days. And I can feel it. My body hates me. I shouldn't have done this. Jesus never plays any good tunes, TBH. Honestly, I hate Christian music for the most part because it just feels very, it feels like, for the most part, like Christian rock music specifically, I'm not gonna say all Christian music because that's not true. Christian rock is just, it's just like country but shittier. You know, it's like country, but all the words have to be something that people can sing the whole time. Everybody has to know the words after half of a listen. It's not my thing, but one of my favorite bands of all time does mostly Christian music. Half Alive, most of their music is blatantly Christ-ish, very Christian, which is cool. He needs you to spice up the church, Julie. Oh, I'm gonna spice up that church. That church is getting spiced. Counterpoint, Gregorian chants are the shit. Bring back Gregorian chants ASAP. Oh, I love Gregorian chant. I'm talking about modern Christian rock. Don't like it. Where can we find your music? Exclamation point SoundCloud. I have a SoundCloud link. You can also just check out my exclamation point socials. There's a link tree there, and it brings you to my SoundCloud. I also have a YouTube, and there's a bunch of stuff there too. Christian rock, it seems unmotivated musically. It's like, you know how country music is like rock music, but simplified with different instruments? Like I'm talking about modern country also. I'm not talking about old country. Like 2000s and further country music feels like it's like rock music if you made it chiller, changed some of the instruments out for like steel guitar instead of regular guitar, and simplified the drum part, simplified the chord structure so it's like the same 3 or 4 chords throughout the whole thing max. And the vocal line for modern country music is very limited. It's very small. There's not a lot of exciting things that happen. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule. For example, I'm gonna go see Orville Peck in August, and I can't wait. I am so excited. He's coming to Calgary, and I'm gonna watch him. Greg and I are gonna go see Orville Peck. I'm so jazzed. It's so great. I'm so excited for that. But modern mainstream country lacks a lot of verve and character. Yeah, it's very much just sort of like it's accessible music, you know? It's like Christian rock where it's like, okay, I know how this goes after half of one listen, basically. Once again, if anybody in here is a huge country fan or anybody in here plays country music, no shame to you. I have no problem with you. I am talking about the general stuff like that I've had to listen to from friends and family growing up in a town that was all country fans. Orville Peck, I'm so jealous. I'm so excited. I can't wait. The new album just changed everything for me. I'm just like, well, I love Orville Peck now. I learned that I enjoy older country because of Twitch. I greatly appreciate Danny the Hamilton song list. Yeah, old country, I dig. I'm super into like Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Mickey Gilley, stuff like that. You know, that stuff's cool. And there's a bunch of modern artists that I'm into too. I'm just talking about like in general, you know? I'm talking in generalities because that's how you say anything and make it meaningful. I'm a genius. Country crossed with shoegazing, and he writes really witty lyrics. Yeah, Orville Peck is great. Yeah, he's sensational. And his fucking art, just the visuals of everything he does, absolutely gorgeous. If there's one person who's a style icon for me, it's like, from country, it's Dolly Parton. I love Dolly Parton just in general. Dolly Parton, Orville Peck. They are like, that's perfect. That's perfection as visuals for country music. Ooh, I love them. I love them. Johnny Paycheck is amazing. I don't know who that is. Merle Haggard? Merle Haggard, shout out. Hell yeah. But yeah. I think I'm super excited once I record all of my music and figure out how it's gonna sound and really start hearing the final product of each thing. I'm really excited to figure out what I want it to combine with a visual or with a you know, something to put next to it for album covers or for music videos or just for how I present myself as a musician. I'm super excited. It's gonna be cool. Spider-Man fan, what's up, dude? How's it hanging? I hope you're doing well. Also, if the actual running of making this show happen in June and everything goes smoothly and everything is a positive experience overall, definitely gonna do the same thing for an album release party. 100% gonna do that. That sounds awesome. That sounds sick. Spider-Man fan, I'm a fan of you. Dude, I love Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man fan, who's your favorite Spider-Man? What's your favorite Spider-Man movie? Tell me all about it. If you say Spider-Man 3, I'm gonna throw you out though. I'm kidding. It just breaks my heart. But yeah. Boy, oh boy, am I exhausted. Oh, have a good night, Jim. Or day, whatever time it is for you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for your follow. I really appreciate it. It's real kind of you. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. Jeez, my voice is already exhausted. This is what happens when I don't talk every day for hours on end for an entire week. Oops. Oops, I made an oopsie. But yeah, does anybody, so how many people here are like, I guess this is kind of a rare thing. I don't know how many people in here go to university or just finished going to university, but for me, I'm officially done. I'm officially done university. I'm done. Guys, I have a hot take. Filing taxes is weird because you're essentially writing an invoice to yourself from the government. Yep, I hate it, but I gotta do it, so I did it. I feel like Garfield was a good Spider-Man trapped in a subpar couple of movies. What? Oh, yeah, no, that's fair, actually. I just thought of Garfield the cat, and I don't know why. That's where my brain went when you said Spider-Man, but I did. No, John, we went the same way, but he's talking about Andrew Garfield. Was a good Spider-Man trapped in subpar couple of movies. I agree. I love every Spider-Man. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. Not a big fan of most superheroes. Love Spider-Man. I hate Mondays. Okay. I'm on a hiatus for like, oh, Dale! I almost forgot. And I feel like a bad person for this. It's time. It's time. It's time. Are you guys ready? This one's for Dale.
It's your birthday today, Dale. It's your birthday today, Dale. Rock and roll and celebrate. Celebrate, we lose control and you cut the cake. Cut that the cake. Night is yours. Destiny awaits. Oh, wait with so me. Share toast with your closest mates. It's your birthday today, Dale. It's your birthday today, Dale. Grab your goodie bags. Open your gifts. Blow out your candles. Dale!
Happy birthday, Dale. I hope it was great. I hope you've had a great birthday. Do you have any plans for the day? Do you have anything exciting that you plan to do over the day? Let me know. Paisley, thank you for your 100 bits. Everybody say happy birthday to Dale. Did you do anything exciting? Are you planning on doing anything exciting? I love birthdays. They're so much fun. Never gonna get better than that, Dale. Hey, nothing better than that. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my goodness. Happy birthday, Dale. Oh yeah. Speaking of birds. Oh, I saw a bunch of birds over the weekend. Weekend? Over the week? I don't know. The time I was away, I saw a lot of birds. There you go. Very exciting words. I went to this place called, I forget what the place is called. Pisces, I think it's called, is the pet emporium in my town, and they have a bunch of different animals. They have monkeys. They have little tiny monkeys. You can't buy them, but they do have monkeys, and they have fish that you can feed. You could feed the koi fish. They had a giant koi fish pond, and you could feed them. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because it would be rude to lie to you. I pet so many fish. They were there, and they were basically jumping out of the water. They were just, I couldn't help it. I pet like 7 fish. They were so cute. I loved them. They were so cute. Oh my God. There was no sign saying don't pet the fish. I mean, what did they expect me to do? I let children take the food that I bought for the fish so that I could feed them, because they had like little stands where you could like take food out and then feed the fish. I gave most of my food to children, which is great because then the children got to feed fish, which is more important than me feeding fish. But I fed a bunch of fish and I pet them. I pet those fish so hard. They fucking loved it. I was so happy. They had like koi fish that were like this big. I'm not kidding. They were fucking massive. There were these giant chunky, there was this giant chunky white one, and I just went on his head, and I was like, ah! Fish! I got to pet him. And then I was like, Greg, be on the watch out, because I'm gonna pet the fuck out of these fish. And he was like, no, okay. And I pet those fish. Pet the hell out of those fish. Also saw a bunch of puppies. I saw this one that looked like a little puppy Scooby-Doo. I really want a pet. I don't know if you guys can tell this. I really want a pet. Proud of you, thank you. yeah, maybe if fish were into that. I don't want to think about that. But I really want a pet really badly, but I'm violently allergic to most animals, and also I don't want to be responsible for another life right now. So I'm not gonna get a pet. Instead, I'm gonna go visit a bunch of pets and pet them. Have you tried not being allergic to pets? I've considered it. I've actually gone to allergists who do like immunotherapy for allergies like that, and they told me that mine weren't bad enough. Even though when they did the allergy tests, my entire arm swelled up. Because when they do allergy tests, they basically put a bunch of allergens in little tiny vials in like a grid, and then they stab you with it. And they write down on like a piece of paper what each one of the grids equals. And the one for like, I think it was for cat fur, and the one for dog dander were right next to each other, and it was just massive. And they were like, yeah, you don't have a dog or a cat. And I was like, no, but, and they were like, okay, so then we're not gonna recommend you to get these because you don't have one. And I'm like, I want one. I want one so bad. I want one so bad, but I can't have one because I'm violently allergic. So yeah, I'm upset. I loved walking by the pet shop when I lived in California. California. There was a big chunkin' fish that would totally interact with folks walking by. Ah! Have you considered talking to a rescue? Maybe can help you out, watch a kitten for a day or two? Oh, I want to volunteer at like the SPCA or something when I have time and feel stable enough to do so. Geeky Rule, what's up? How you doing? Hollas? Hey, what's poppin'? I'm doing just dandy. How are you doing? How's your day been? How's the wife and kids? How the hell did you find me? That's the real question. I want to see what these emotes are. Sakura. What kind of content does Sakura do? You made a mistake when you didn't lie and said you owned a pet. See, I'm gonna go to a different allergist and I'm gonna lie and say I have like 4 cats at home. You know? That's something I'm gonna do. That's something I aim to do, because I'm gonna lie to them. I'm gonna say I have so many animals and I can't breathe, and then they're gonna give me allergy immunotherapy. Basically, for immunotherapy, it's the same as they would do for kids with peanut allergies. They give you like really tiny trace amounts of it and they inject it into you, and you go back like once a week, basically, and they put a little more into you each time. They give you a little higher dosage each time, and you build up a tolerance essentially. I'm down for that. I want an animal so bad. Get a pet burb? I want to have a friend who has a pet burb, which is great because Maria has a lot of birds. I want a friend who has pet birds. I don't want them myself because I think I'd go insane just having them make noise all the fucking time in my home. There'd be no silence, which is cool, but not my thing. So yeah, I need there to be times when I don't have sound all the time, because I get really overwhelmed very quickly. So birds might drive me insane, but that's okay. I'm cool with going a little crazy, a little quirky, a little crazy, a little stupid, you know, that's me. So yeah, but I really, my hope, get pet plants. I've killed so many plants because they don't do anything. They don't do anything. I can't pet a plant and get like happier, you know? You can eat those pets? Okay, yeah, but like, I don't want to eat the pets. I don't care about that. I care about like having like an emotional connection to them. I don't have an emotional connection to any of my plants. I only have 1 living plant right now because all the other ones I've been given have died. All of them. I have 1 living one that I've had for like 5 years? 5 years now. And it's still alive, and I don't know why, because I forget about it so much. But it's still alive, which is cool. It's not fake either. It actually grows. But it shouldn't. Yeah, but like, my goal, what kind of plant is it? I don't know. It's leafy. It's a leafy plant given to me. It was given to me by one of my students before I left my studio. They were like, I love you. I hope you do well in university. And I was like, thanks. I'm gonna be a violinist in university. That was such a lie. But they gave me this gorgeous little plant, little baby plant. I don't know what it is. Allergy shots are great, but I feel like it's possible they could turn you into a cat. Cat girls make more money. Cool with that. I did, okay, my great aunt Myrtle, she had a cat though, and when it died, it burst. It burst. The cat burst. Like, I was with my aunt when we were picking up the cat because the cat was really, really sick, and we were kind of like, okay, this is kind of last bout. We should probably take it to the vet and get it like dealt with. Not like taken care of, but it was dying. So we wrapped him up in a nice little blanket so he was all comfy, put him in the back of the van, and he like seeped. He like died, and then he went, oh, and he just, fluids. It smelled terrible. It's a great plant. I had to repot it. John got me a plant. Aw, that's so sweet. Burst? Yeah. Oh, at work I could see an injured coyote be brought in. They had to put it down, but it's the closest I've been to a coyote ever. Oh, sick. I used to live out in the country, so I've seen a lot of coyotes. And it moved after it passed to, yeah, no, this cat burst in the back of my aunt's van, which was wild. So yeah, RIP that cat. Don't remember its name. But it burst. I think that'll be kind of cool when I die, though. I'd be cool with bursting after I die. Is there any way to like make it so that like when I die, like something in my, like there's like something I can put in my body that would like be like, oh, there's no pulse here, and then it just bursts like a party popper or something? That would be cool. Bursty the cat. I think his name was Ginger or something. It was just like a red cat. Coyotes are hella cool forbidden dogs. They're cute. They're cool. They eat a lot of things they shouldn't. Like dogs and cats and chickens. I lived out in the country. I had to like howl at them to make them go away. Eat a bunch of firecrackers before dying and then get cremated. Yo! Okay, I don't want to cost anybody that much money though. I think it would be funner if it was like, oh, someone put like a pacemaker in my heart, but instead of like doing anything about my heart, it just checked if my heart was going or not. And if my heart like stopped for like, I'm gonna say 15 minutes or more. You know how like if a teacher is 15 minutes late for class, everybody can leave? It would be like that, except for if my heart was 15 minutes late to beat, then a party popper would burst inside of me. That would be so fun. That'd be so fun and so quirky. Okay, yeah, we're doing that. There are so many coyotes near me at night. They often howl and fight. Yeah, they're loud, but they're cute, so. But no, I like that idea. Party popper in my body after I die? Yes. I already have the plan for when I go coma. If I get into a coma, I want it to be like a subathon. I've already made the plan with everybody in my life, where I say, okay, if I get into a coma, if I'm in a vegetative state of any sort, I want you to put a camera in the hospital room and set up a 24-hour live stream. And still have the same alerts where like, oh no, cursed dance party, and like just the lights go all like disco-y in the room, and whoever's in the room has to do like a sad little jig for like 15 seconds, just like sad little jig for a little while, and then they can go back to being upset or dealing with my body as it can't be moved or whatever. I think it would be fun. 15 minutes after dying, free confetti. Yeah! I think it's a great idea. The only issue is that if it malfunctions, that wouldn't be good. You know? So I feel like it would be kind of like, it's kind of like just having a bomb in your body after you die, which I think there's societies and groups of people who do that. 15-minute sad jig A+. Like, yeah, I think it would be great if like, yeah. Also, if I have a funeral, 8 months.
Big news, big chaos, big nights.
Absolutely. The weightiest of testicles here. How you doing, Sal? How's it going? But I'm not gonna test it. I could put this together for you, but I'm not gonna test it. Yeah, no testing is how it works. That would be the fun part of it. How's it going, Celsius? How you been living? I saw you a little while ago, but it's been a while. I hate myself. This is so fun. I missed you guys so much. I forgot how much I missed just being on and just spouting words until my brain stops. My brain isn't working anyways. I don't think before I speak, but just hanging out with you guys. It's been so nice. It's been so fun and quirky. So did you touch a mountain last week? I touched a lot of mountains. I touched like, so I went to the top of, we took a gondola and went to the, like, almost the top of a mountain. And then we climbed the rest of the way to the top of the mountain. It was really cool. Okay, just got off work and saw you were streaming. Oh, how was work? Did it tell you any secrets? No, but it did offend me. It was kind of icy too, and I was wearing just like shitty runners. I was wearing Skechers. I went up the mountain in only Skechers. Pretty sick. I mean, you saw in my PowerPoint, I have lots of cute little pictures. They're great. And yeah, Banff was so fun. I think we're gonna do Lake Louise when it gets warmer. And go on a little hike there. Lake Louise looks so pretty. And it's not expensive to go on these little trips. You know what I mean? It's not crazy expensive. So it's like, damn, why don't I? I'm also found out how cheap tickets are to Vancouver because we have this new airline. that popped up in the past like 5 years in Canada called Flare. I don't know if it's a thing in America. Sounds sus as hell, might die, but tickets to Vancouver are like $80. Why don't I go? That's the one on the way to Banff, right? It's not on the way from where I am, but it's close. Yeah. How someone left when the rush was starting, so I had to hold down 2 stations on one of our busiest nights. Damn, dude. Ooh. Shaylin, what's up? You live 7 hours north of Calgary. I'm trying to figure out what would be 7 hours north. That's like similar to like, that's close to Edmonton, I would assume. Welcome in, Shaylin. I hope you're doing well. 7 hours north. North. Yeah, north. I hate myself. I'm sorry. Welcome in. Thanks for reading the bio. You're amazing. Nah, that's the UI follow. How you doing today? Oh, have a good one. But yeah, north. I can't count. But yeah, I have a lot of trips I'm planning on doing. I'm gonna do Vancouver soon in the next couple months. Then I'm gonna do Toronto. Did they follow? Who? I follow? I think they've already been a part of the stream a few times. I know this name. I know this name. This name's a pretty familiar one. But yeah, I've been following. Yeah, I know I follow. I follow's been following. Oh, few. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I hoped 1 year. Holy shit. Oh my God. I knew you've been here for a while. I didn't know it was that long. Jeez, dude. Sheesh, as the kids would say. That's wild as hell. Yeah, poggers indeed. Or pog champ. I keep getting those mixed up. I need to get better on my lingo. 5 hours north of Edmonton. Damn, close to Grand Prairie, if that helps. I don't know. I don't know geography whatsoever, but I'm really glad you're here. I hope it hasn't been too cold for you lately. It was pretty cold last week here. It kind of sucked, but it's getting warmer, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna do Toronto sometime this summer, and then I'm doing a bunch of America stuff in the fall, so that's gonna be cool. Where's Pretty Guitar? Fuck, where's Pretty Guitar? Oh, it's downstairs. I haven't played music in a while because I've had a week off, and my wrists have been so happy. Holy crap. I mean, they're still in a little bit of pain because that's never gonna go away, but it's not like the intensity that it has been for the past like 2 months. It's been lovely. It's been great. What's the average high temperature during the summers? Here? 25 maybe? 20, 25, I'd say, is probably average here. Maybe I'd say closer to 20, I'd say, on like an average day. Cause some days it's like 30. Some days it's like 35. And then some days it's like 10. And there's no in between. Oh my God, congrats, Rennie. Congrats on hitting 1K, my dude. Now that's when you retire, Rennie. You're legally allowed to never come back now. It can get up to 30, but that's rare. Here it's not rare. It can get up to like 35 and not be too bad. But usually it's like 20 to 25. Y'all need to move south. I don't like cold. I don't like winter. I'm allergic to snow. I want to live somewhere where it's not cold all the time. 700 hours, Cat. Jesus Christ. Cold sucks. Yeah, cold sucks a lot. So I want to live somewhere that's a little warmer. One thing that I don't want to like jinx it or anything, but I think would be really cool is if I'm going to TwitchCon in the fall, right? And is it gay if they look like a woman? Are you asking? Okay, can I assume a few things about what you just said, Ian? Can I just assume a few things? You're asking if you're attracted to someone and you are a straight cis man, is it gay if you're attracted to another man who looks like a woman? Why? For one, yeah, Ian living up to his name. For one, why does it matter? You don't have to, for one, if it's something that you're like, I just don't like the man bits. It's like, okay, you can still be attracted to someone. You don't have to worry about it being gay. You can just not worry about it. It doesn't have to matter. That's the thing. I'm gonna blow your mind here. It doesn't have to matter. It doesn't have to be a thing that you feel ashamed of or proud of. It can just be a thing. For me, I don't care if someone's a man or a woman or anything. I don't care what I care, of course, if it's something that, I'm talking to them and it's something like that. But like attraction wise, I don't care what someone identifies as. If they're hot, they're hot, No shame in that. If someone's hot, they're hot. I'm not I'm not about to start putting lines up. Oh, they have a penis. Oh, no. I don't care. Having 27 Celsius summers is nice. Ooh, that does sound nice. No, it's okay. It's fine in being behind in the conversation a little bit. No shame in that. But yeah, I'm sorry. But it's okay to just think someone's hot also and not feel the need to want to have sex with them. You know? That's also cool. You don't have to think someone's hot and then have sex with them. You can just think someone's hot too. For me, it's like I'm just cool with whatever. You know? And I don't think that there needs to be a label for it, but if there was if you really need a label for it, there's a bunch of different ones, you know? But yeah. You can also just identify as straight and then have exceptions to your rule. I think most people do. I think that's a thing that a lot of people do. Sounds like just a gay thought. Yeah, you can have a gay thought, absolutely. But you can have exceptions to the rule too, you know? I know most people are like, I'm straight, but I know there's the I'm straight, but if I was in the same room as Gigi Hadid, all bets are off. And that's cool. You can identify as being straight or whatever you want and have exceptions to your rule, and that doesn't change your identity. In my opinion, at least. Is anyone else having trouble giving bitch on iOS? I literally can't do it. I don't know what you're on about, TF. I'm sorry. Whatever you're having issues with. I haven't used iOS in forever, but I hope, I'm thinking that maybe this summer I'm gonna get an iPhone. Don't hate me. Bits probably. Oh. Birth on iOS. We've all given birth on iOS. You guys ever seen those pregnancy tests that you can get as an app? You put your finger on the screen and it tells you if you're pregnant or not. I've seen those. Those are great. Bits. Oh, whatever you say, TF. Go ahead and change your mind as to what you were about to say after people judge you for it. I've done it too, you know? I like it better with bitch. Me too. I think that it's more fun. But yeah. For those of you guys who weren't here at the beginning of stream and want to know what the big news is, we are opening up applications for the Untalented show again. So if you want to be a part of a talent show, but you don't necessarily have a standard talent or a talent, but you have something that you can do that's entertaining, this is your chance. This is your time to shine. I'm not kidding. I don't care about it being a talent. I don't care about it requiring any talent to do it. If it's entertaining, you're in the running. You're in the running or gonna win, okay? Consider it. There's going to be a prize. There's going to be guest judges. It's a great way if you're looking at doing anything or gaining some sort of following within the community or outside of the community. This is a great opportunity to do it. So would strongly recommend checking it out. Yeah. Also, I have a show coming up in June. I've guests coming on the stream. Just a lot of stuff. You can watch at the beginning of the stream. I did a whole PowerPoint presentation, which was great. Oh shit, I need to find some terrible thing I'm talented at. Yeah, it doesn't have to be good. For me, what I think would probably work, what would be something I'm really bad at? Blowing bubbles. I think my thing would be blowing bubbles. I have a lot of bubble blowing material and I suck at it, but it would be funny to watch. So, because it would just be me getting angry at a bottle full of soap, essentially, which is really fun. So yeah. Thanks for your penny, John. I appreciate it. Bitch. Yeah, you keep on saying bitch, TF. I don't know why. Julie, please, I would never say that to you. No, it's okay. I find it hilarious. Please say it to me. Can you just, you know what? I get that you feel bad for saying that or anything like that. I get what you were trying to say. I know you're trying to say bits. If you just call me a bitch right off the bat here, I will praise you for it. Okay? We need to get rid of that stigma for you. We gotta grow past that now. How can you be bad at blowing bubbles? Okay, not just blowing bubbles. I can blow bubbles, but my mouth doesn't, I can't blow in one direction and know where it's going. So I need to practice that. But also I want to blow bubbles like Tom Naughty. I want to be able to make bubble cubes and bubble carousels and make bubbles fall in love, you know? Go to the cheer option, make sure, oh, wild. No, I think he knows how to do it. I think that's just iOS is having issues with it. You're not having any problems? Are you using iOS? See, that's the problem, I think, is that it's on iOS. So yeah. Oh, I thought that dyeing the front of my hair would make it less noticeable that this side's way lighter than this side. It didn't. It made it more noticeable because now this side looks way more blonde than this side. I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm upset and I'm upset. I'm gonna bleach more of it. I'm gonna bleach more of it. I'm gonna bleach like a little more on this side. I think I'm gonna bleach up to like there. I think would be good. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Maybe after stream. I'm gonna bleach up to there, I think, on either side. That'll help, right? I'll just keep on bleaching small bits of my hair until eventually all of it's bleached. But for now, I think just a little bit more would be good. But I'm not observant of that stuff. I think it only matters if I care, you know? Van Wolfie, welcome in. I think it only matters that I care. I don't really care what other people think, but it's bugging me. So something that's like, I want to fix that for me. So, yeah. Whew, have you tried refreshing the app? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yo, what the frick? You have hair? I don't want to be the one who breaks it to him. I don't want to be the one who breaks it to him. 07 Julie's hair, I guess. Yeah, fair. It didn't fall out when I did this part. Like, none of it fell out. This isn't like break off from like it fucking up. This is just my hair has layers. None of it fell out, which is surprising because, oh my god, it could have. Oh my god, it could have and should have. But it didn't. I did like 20 volume on the whole head, and then there was like a part in the middle that still had like dye in it. So I did that part again, and then it was fine. I feel so bad. I would never talk like that, Julie. You're making me feel even worse. Oh, okay. Well, don't worry. I don't feel upset whatsoever, and I'm sorry that that came across. I want to make sure you're comfortable. Sub gets us a 1-inch block of hair dyed whatever color we like. Oh my god. How would I even arrange that? What? Just like a ruler and bleach? It would take like at least an hour to do each part. That'd be insane. Poorly? Yeah, that's right. That's the word I was thinking of. r/place but hair. No. I'm gonna say this right off the bat. No, we're not doing that. But maybe I'll have a sub incentive. I tried to do a sub incentive earlier about dyeing my whole head. I'm thinking I might as well just like, other than the blonde part, because I just dyed that, I'm thinking the rest of my hair, I might dye a color anyways. Just for fun. Just for the quirkiness of it. To just have a different color hair. Not like, I'm not gonna bleach the rest of my hair, but I think just having the brown be not brown would be fun. For a bit. Just my opinion. Just an idea. Get a stamp. I can't see this going wrong, honestly. This could be great. r/place but tattooed. You guys already chose a tattoo for me. You don't get another one anytime soon. Or do you? No, not anytime soon. But it is an idea. Hey, you figured it out. Thank you for your gay bits, TF. Appreciate you. Ooh, love them gay bits. Don't we all, though? Oh my goodness. Pudding! Thank you so much for continuing your gift sub. That's so sweet. That's really, really kind. Thank you so much, my dude. I really appreciate it. I want to start dyeing singular hairs on my head. Good luck. It sounds expensive. Let's see. The blue, please. Okay, bro. No. Okay, let me. Okay, you want blue? Okay, let's see. Are you cool with, let's see. How about this one right here? We're gonna do the bottom inch of this blue. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, this was a great idea, dude. All right. Oh, we're getting there. Took a little time for it to warm up, but I think we're there. Okay. How's this? Got the bottom inch blue on that bad boy. Are you happy? Is this satisfactory? I think it looks cute. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for your subscription. I appreciate it. There you go. Here's your blue hair. How does it look all together? Let's see. Looks perfect. Couldn't be bad. Van Wolfie! No, this isn't a thing I actually wanted to... Van Wolfie, god damn it. Oh, you're evil. What? Oh, I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask. If nobody offers up the question, it'll be fun when it doesn't wash out. Yeah, it'll be hilarious. It'll be freaking funny as hell. You look so edgy now. Thank you. I think it really, like, it's kind of a statement, right? I don't usually like to make statements like that, but it's pretty cool. Van Wolfie, thank you for your sub. I really appreciate it. What are you humming about? What are you humming about? What's the question, JP? That this is a bad idea? No, I don't make bad ideas. Where is it? Oh, you can really find it very easily. It's not hard to find it, you know? It's just there. It's there. You see it? Me too. I've made worse choices, honestly. I've made a lot worse choices with my hair than just that, so. If I don't like it, I can just cut it out too, you know? You're welcome. Aw, you're so sweet. What kind of content do you normally watch? Okay, here. No, I'm gonna run a poll here, because I'm actually wondering. Oh, let's see. Neon Moons, welcome! Hope you're doing well. Isn't Neon Moon a song by a guitarist that I wanted to learn at some point and then gave up halfway through? I've done a whole lot more for a whole lot less. That's literally, yeah, that's my thing. I want your idea in the first place. You're just going with it. Totally safe. Wasn't your idea in the first place, you're just gonna go with it? Yeah, it was. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let me check this out really quick. I'm gonna run a poll here really quick, and see what you guys think. All right, I actually want to know you guys' opinion on this thing. So, oh hello, how you doing? Please answer this poll. What do you normally watch on Twitch? We got gaming, music, chatting variety, or if you don't watch Twitch normally, if this isn't something that you watch normally, please click that. I want to know what the kind of people folk here are. People folk. Ha, that's the name of Rondi's band. That's sick. What the majority of people here watch. I'm curious because I want to know, because I know that my statistics are going to be changing pretty soon, but I want to be on top of it before they change so that it's not a surprise when they do change. Because I know if I were to ask this question a month ago, it would be like 90% music. I don't know if it's changed already though. Jonathan, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Hello. Can you send a greeting to my friend Klisman, who is celebrating his birthday today? Oh, we're gonna do more than just send a greeting. We're not just gonna send a greeting. Are you kidding me? That's pussy shit. We're not doing that. We're going all out, baby. We're going all out. Klisman? Am I saying that right? Please tell me if I'm saying that wrong. He's about to get the greeting of his goddamn life. All right, let's fucking do this. What? Van Wolfie, thank you so much. Hey, yo, Klisman, it's your birthday today. Let's celebrate, let's have a party today. It's your birthday today, Klisman. Happy birthday, Klisman. Hey, yo, Klisman, I hope you have a good day. I hope you spend lots of time and money and fun on yourself today and enjoy it with all of your best people. Hey, Klisman. Bet you got a lot of bitches. Hope your bitches have a good day with you, hey? Klisman, my person, it's your birthday, let's celebrate, woo! How was that? Was that a good thing? Van Wolfie, thank you so much. Appreciate the heck out of you, my dude. Thank you very much. I hope that was all right. I hope that works. I found you because of music, but I stayed for nonsense like this. This is nonsense? You want nonsense? I will get you nonsense. I am good with nonsense. I can handle nonsense. Did you guys know that, like, officially now, like, they made this a rule, like, a couple days ago, but, like, officially now, You legally, and I mean this, they're not allowed to make any new basketballs that bounce. They're not allowed to bounce anymore. Like, basketball has sort of changed a couple rules now because they were having issues with like traveling and people like lubing up the balls and stuff like that. So now no balls are allowed to bounce. So they can't make them bounce anymore. So they're filled with like sand now, kind of like well, not even sand, more like beans. Like, you know how golf balls are full of beans? They like now they have to fill all basketballs with beans just like they would, like a beanbag. Like a beanbag chair or a golf ball is full of beans. So is a basketball now, which is kind of wild. Lubing out the balls is a real problem. Honestly, I get it. So now it's kind of like, yeah, they're not allowed to bounce. So I'm really glad that they changed it too, because I feel like, yeah, having like a nice sweaty lubed up basketball while you're playing is, it did cause a lot of problems. 2 Nuts 1 Sausage, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Nice name. Nice name. Now they bowl to each other instead of pass. Yeah. Like, there's no holes in it, so you kind of got to do it granny style. But yeah, that's like how you sort of pass to each other now. It's like a whole thing. But it works. Hey, it works. And then like the people are kind of more like pins now. So like if you get someone's ankles, they go down, and then it's like, oh, you got a point. You know, there's not as much throwing, I guess, involved with basketball now. Now it's more of like a like mobile bowling. The balls are so much heavier too. They are. I feel like they do have a lot more heft to them, but that kind of helps with the strength building that basketball usually avoided, you know? What kind of beans do they use? Refried pinto jelly? Dried beans. You know, like dry beans like they have inside of like bean bags or what are they called? Little teddy bears and shit. That kind of bean, you know? That's sort of the vibe that they're going for, at least. Do they have special rules for overtime? I don't know. I haven't been following a lot of this. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. Anyways, how are you doing, Salvador? Golf balls are full of those beans too. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I said, right? Golf balls are full of that. That's why when you shake them, you can kind of hear it kind of sounds like a snow globe or the ocean. It's kind of that. I want a goopy ball insides. Well, I'm sure if you do go into like a not an official league, like if you don't do like NBA or WNBA or whatever, then I'm sure you could use whatever kind of beans you'd like. But yeah, I'm a bean. Do you want to be shoved inside of a ball, Ren? Is that what you're saying? Oh my god, that emote's so cute. The shy one, that's adorable. Your emotes are so cute. I do need to make a gamer bucket emote because it's an important part of the channel now. You know, it's like my co-star now. So what's up, Lost? I need to learn that song. The what's it called? Frank Ocean song. I need to learn that one. I have a friend who's going to see Mitski in like a couple months, and I'm really upset because I really want to go see Mitski, but it's in Vancouver. I might have to plan my trip around seeing Mitski. Not gonna lie. I really want to see Mitski. Mitski would be such a cool show. I really wanted to see Tyler the Creator too, but the tickets sold out so quick. Shove me into a ball and roll me around. That's the meaning of life. That's kind of like the opposite of living. Well, not the opposite of living, but the opposite of like aging. If you were just shoved into a ball and then rolled around. Lost, welcome in. Thank you for your follow. Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land. It's like the toilet from Look Who's Talking Now. I don't know what that is. Oh, no, Look Who's Talking To. I don't know what that is. I thought piss was stored in the balls. Bazinga. Yeah, so are beans. What? A prime? Dude, your knees. You get to keep your knees, unlike most of these fucking people in chat. I'm not ungrateful, though. That's knees. You get to keep them. Everybody else in chat, if you haven't subbed with Prime, I got the baseball bat in the corner. Just line up, and after stream, I'll knock y'all through, and then yeah, sounds pretty good, honestly. Sounds like a good time. So Salvador, you can skip the line. You can just go home, which is great. But everybody else, you gotta wait after stream, and I'll knock them all out for you, and then you can go home. Have fun walking there, but good luck. I wasn't supposed to store piss in basketballs. Once again, not in the major leagues, but that doesn't mean in like Pee-wee you can't. Look Who's Talking is a movie where a baby talks. Look Who's Talking 2 is when he gets a little sister, and Look Who's Talking Now has talking dogs. Sounds like quality content. Sounds great. I miss when Julie had a co-host named Kevin. I don't know where Kevin is. I think Kevin's downstairs. I could go grab him if you want. Paris, welcome in. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't talk like that. I also, oh, God, I wish I had unlimited money. I have like a list, like I have a few, everybody who has like an Amazon, you guys all have a bunch of wish lists, right? I have a bunch. I have one that's like for aesthetic cute shit that one day, if I'm like rich, I want to get. You know, like I have a wish list just full of like cute stuff. I have the one for stream where it's like, hey, this is stuff for stream that I would really like. Don't look too deeply into it because there's a few things in there that you might be like, what the, how are you going to use this on stream, Julie? But I would. But that doesn't matter. That one's in my about page. And then I have one that's like tech stuff that it's like, it would be so cool if I had the money for this and like I could really use this thing, but it's not something that I'm going to use for stream, so I shouldn't put it on the stream wish list. And then I have one that's just like, if I was rich, I would buy this whole wish list and be done, you know, and just be happy. I'm gonna rip off what Drew says. I might not be good at spending $10 million, but I'd sure like to try. Exactly. Would I do it well? No, I'm not kidding. I put, for taxes and stuff, I put a bunch of my money into investments. I have no idea where my money is. I know that there's like, I know the person who knows where my money is, but I have no fucking clue where it is. I can see the accounts where it is. I have no access to them except for seeing that it's a number and it's still in my name, but I have no idea where it is. It's great. It's so fun. My Amazon wish list just has a hat that says daddy on it. I dig it. I dig it hard. Also, I feel like I should tell you guys this. I'll save it. I like some surprises, and I think you guys deserve some surprises too. So Salvador and anybody else who's new here.
From one musician to another. Here's treat.
Thank you, Van Wolfie. Holy shit. Subbing? Didn't you gift one as well? What the hell? You gifted a sub, you subbed yourself, and then you gave me money? Thank you. Would you like a song or something? I could hook you up. Just like on the ukulele. I don't have anything too crazy, but if you want a little song, just let me know. I'll play something real quick. I'd be happy to. Because from one musician to another, that would be the best thank you, I think. So yeah, thank you so much, Wolfie. Yeah, my Amazon wish list, I have like 5 different ones. I have one for like, if I move, this is what I need when I move. I have one for like, if I do any updates if I take up a new hobby, this is what I'd need for that hobby and stuff like that. No song list. I choose the song. But if you want a song, let me know. But I'll choose the song. I think I'd like to do an original, you know? But that's really, really sweet, guys. Thank you so much. For anybody who's wondering about the whole money side of being here, there's absolutely, and I mean this, no obligation to give me money. None. Don't do it. Don't do it unless it's something that you already have spent money on yourself and everybody in your life that you care about. Do that first. You know, take yourself out to dinner first before you give a random woman on the internet your money. But after that, if you still feel like supporting the stream and you feel like having a good time and supporting me further, all the money that you give me is going towards paying rent, stream costs, because there are things that need to be saved up for, like a new microphone. I don't know if you can tell, but this one's kind of, I also, whenever I have guests on, I get really angry because I can't, the audio quality for 2 people, not there at all. I hate it. Anyways, and it's also going towards student loan debt. So thank you guys so much for anybody who's helping out with that kind of stuff. It's really sweet. But yeah, I've been saving up for a new mic for a while, but I've been finding other expenses have popped up. Like pretty soon I'm gonna have to go to the chiropractor, and what measly insurance I have does not cover back crackers. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. And then once I deal with that and everything else, and go to the dentist, because I think I have a cavity. I've never had a cavity, so I have no idea what I'm supposed to feel if I have a cavity. But I need to go to the dentist anyways, because it's been a few years. After I'm done all of those things, I'm gonna start saving up for a new microphone so that I can at least have 2 for folks who come in. I learned how to roll on my back like a turtle and crack my back real good. That's sick. For me, it's like whenever my back gets super, super sore, I can lay on my back and like realign my spine or whatever. But there's always just that one part that you just can't get yourself. And I don't know anybody who will do that without breaking my back. It's specifically in my neck too, which is really bad. So yeah, if it's not that severe yet, you won't feel anything. I think since it's not near the pulp yet, Good to know. Try switching your toothpaste to the Sensodyne stuff. You may just have sensitive teeth. I've never had sensitive teeth. Maybe I just do now. Which tooth is it? I can't feel it right now, so I guess it's not too bad. But I think it's one on the top on my right side. I don't know. I'm sure you heard it a bunch already, but I'm just joining, so looking good. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I did it myself. I don't know if it's obvious. Oh my god, this side's so much further back than the other side. I'm just noticing this now. Can I fix it really quickly by just going like this? Yes, I can. God, I'm a genius. Oh, thank you very much. It didn't work. It didn't work. But thank you, Wicked. How you doing today? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to deal with all of my health and make sure that I use up all of the insurance that I have, because by the time I think September hits, I am completely insuranceless. So I need to use whatever insurance I have now until then and do the fuck out of that and get all of that done, because I already got the new IUD, which was the big one. I'm gonna go to the allergy testing. I'm gonna go to the chiropractor. I'm gonna go to the dentist, even though chiropractor I don't think is covered. I'm gonna get all that done, and then when insurance hits, then I can deal with that. But I gotta buy insurance. I've never had to do that as an adult. It usually just comes with my tuition. Julia, that leaves 8 possible teeth it could be. How many teeth do you have? I'm not counting. I can't count that high. What about home dentistry? Have you ever seen that Extreme Cheapskates video where the guy uses like a shop vac to like get rid of one of his wisdom teeth and like pliers? Because I have. I don't want to talk about it though. I get an IUD in 2 days. Ooh, hell yeah! That's super exciting. Have you ever had one before? Just a warning. The first time pain for it was some of the worst pain I've ever had up until that point in my life. I'd broken bones, didn't feel as bad as getting an IUD put in. So just a warning. Nonetheless, for me, I didn't have any issues during, except for that one time when I had like ovaries that tried to burst. But other than that, I didn't really have any issues with the IUD itself. So strongly recommend. I've never had one. I'm super stoked for them to shove things in my uterus. Yeah, it's a hoot. Honestly, well, when I got mine taken out and got a new one put in, it was way less painful than what people warned me about. Because they were like, the removal of the IUD is the worst pain in the world, one of my friends said. And I was like, uh-oh, I might die here. But I didn't, which is huge. So, that's great. You want Nirvana? Okay, I did say, you know what? Let's do it. For you, specifically, because of all the shit you did, I'll do that. As long as you're okay with it on ukulele, because that's all I have. I don't have any guitars down here, because all of mine are elsewhere. So, sure, let's give it a try. Come here, ukulele. Let's see, I might have to change the key, too. I think I'm gonna have to change the key. Don't kill me for this. All right, one little song, folks. That's all you get. That's all you get. Why is my auto scroll not working? That's really quirky of it. Let's see if we can make it work. Oh, let's see. Auto scroll's just not working, which is kind of important for a song because I don't know it. I can cheat. I can do this. All right, let's do this real scuffed like. Let's do it nice and scuffed, folks. This is your only song you're gonna hear today. Ever. After this, you're legally not allowed to listen to any other music. If you have like a radio on or music on in the background, you actually have to turn that off or else they'll find you. They'll find you and they'll get rid of you. They'll take care of you. So consider that your warning. Here's your last warning, you know? Polly wants a cracker. Think I should get off her first. Think she wants some water to put out the blowtorch. Isn't me? Have a seat. Let me clip your dirty wings. Let me take a ride at yourself. Want some help? Please myself. Got some rope, haven't told. Promise you have been true. Let me take a ride at yourself. Want some help? Please myself. Okay, so there's an E flat chord in here. I did not look at that before I started the song. Don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I can figure it out. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Just don't mess up, Julie. Let's find it out. I think that was it. Just don't mess up, Julie. I also haven't done music in over a week, which is pretty wild for me. But it's been a really great relief to not have to do that to my hands.
Small glass jar.
You're nailing it, XXX.
Polly wants a cracker. Maybe she would like some food. She asked me to untie her. Taste would be nice for a few. Isn't me? Have a seat. Let me clip your dirty wings. Let me take a ride. Hurt yourself. Want some out. Please myself. Promise you have been true. Let me do. Have been true. Let me take a ride. Hurt yourself. Want some out. Please myself. Polly said. Polly says her back hurts. She's just as bored as me. She caught me off my guard. Amazes me the will of instinct. Isn't me? Have a seat. Let me clip your dirty wings. Let me take a ride. Hurt yourself. Want some out. Please myself. Got so wrong. Haven't told. Promise you have been true. Let me take a ride at yourself. Want some help? Please myself. Have I ever played it on ukulele? Nope. Is things going my way? Nope. Oh well. Hope that was okay at the very least. Thank you so much for your 2 donations, Van Wolfie. That's really, really kind. I appreciate the heck out of you for it. Still fun. I agree. I think it's fun. I haven't done music in forever. So that was a test. I'm probably going to be pretty rusty tomorrow, hey, because I'm doing a music stream tomorrow. It's probably going to be a little rusty, but that's okay. It'll be fun. It'll still be fun, and that's all that I care about. So all I care about is having a hoot. Everything else is just positives on top of that. So whatever, you know? But yeah, bums. Oh, what's up, Cat Amnesiac? How's it going? Welcome in. How's your day been? I'm looking forward for tomorrow's music stream. I'm glad. Carnival of Rust. Ooh, having a hoot and a toot. Ooh. Bro. Am I right? Am I right, folks? Can I get a little in the chat? Oh, what a good time. What a good time. Oh my goodness, buns. Doot doot. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that doot. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, God, I'm glad we did that fallback career tier list. That was important today. We also did that PowerPoint presentation, which was also just as important, honestly. I think the PowerPoint presentation was big. Big news, are you pregnant? I showed it at the beginning of stream, but we're opening up the talent show, the Untalented show applications. They're open until the end of May, so if you'd like to prepare a talent that isn't a talent, but is entertaining, anything entertaining that isn't just you singing Wonderwall, you're more than welcome to apply. And that's gonna be happening. I'm not pregnant. Why is everybody thinking I'm pregnant? Literally, I started streaming. Someone was like, did you get Greg pregnant? And I was like, no, why would that be my business? Why would Greg being pregnant be my business? It's not. Morning cat, here's iced tea. Ooh, like the rapper? Hell yeah. God, I love tea. I love tea so much. Ugh. Can you stop calling me daddy? I don't think you earned that right, Greg. John. Everybody's brain melt. You didn't earn that right. You can't call me daddy. I'm in the opposite of pregnant. Yeah, same. I am barren. I am full of contraceptive, as the kids would say. Okay, mommy. Okay, no. Okay, no. You don't get, I don't like that. Wow, I'm honored. Music stream tomorrow? Everything's coming up wicked. What? Are we supposed to do a Wicked stream tomorrow? Oh no. I don't think I could do Wicked. I don't have a musical theater voice. I don't know if you can tell just from me talking. I don't think, musical theater's cool. I don't think I'd be all that good at it at all. I don't think that it's something I would be good at. As much as I think it's cool, and I think it's a cool thing that some cool people do, I don't think I'd be good at it. How would you Disney princess then? Gosh. One of the ones that doesn't do super hardcore musical theater. You can just sound good and not sound exactly like the princess, and like 5-year-olds don't give a shit, you know? As long as you sing the songs and you sound okay doing them, they'll just sing along. They don't give a shit. It's awesome. What is a musical theater voice? It's gorsh. Musical theater voice. So when I sing, I mostly use my chest voice, which means I sing the way I talk for the most part. I sing very similar to the way that I talk, which is like my chest voice. Musical theater uses more mixed voice or head voice. So it's a little bit more like if I talked like this all the time, that's how musical theater people sing, which is cool. I can't do it very well. I don't know if you can tell by the way that I fucking talk in the thing. It's a whole thing. Also, I do not have the vibrato for that. I don't know how to gain vibrato. I never got to that point in my studies where a teacher was like, let's show you how to do vibrato. They were just like, oh, you just gotta be loose. And that's how you get good vibrato. You just be loose. And I was like, that's great. How? And they didn't tell me. So I mostly use tremolo, which is like when you shake your breath. It's like what Jack White does. I do that kind of shit for the most part instead of vibrato because I don't know how to turn on or off vibrato for the most part, which is terrifying. 5 years olds go, Mom, get me the heck out of here. What the hell is this thing, this off-brand Ariel? Do you take me for a fool? Wow. Actually fair. Can't YouTube give you the secrets of the universe? They can, but when they tell you how to do something and it doesn't work for you, they can't tell you why. That's the issue. I think there's a lot of benefits to learning a lot of different practices on the internet or not with a private teacher, but there are some things, some questions that you just have and it doesn't get answered, you know? And that's a struggle. That's a struggle bus that I'm terrified of, which is okay. But yeah. The problem is they tell you that, but not how, and then 2 hours later you went down a random YouTube hole. It's not even that. It's more so that like they'll tell you how, they'll tell you like the common struggles, but you don't know how to tell, especially when it's your own voice on your own body, what you're doing wrong. It's really hard, especially with voice. I think there's a lot of things that you can learn on your own, like guitar or piano. There's a lot of things you can do with those where you don't hit too many obstacles that are super hard to understand. Because for one thing, piano is just pressing buttons. You do have to have proper technique if you get to a certain level, but for the most extent, it's pressing buttons, right? Guitar is like pressing strings. It's harder. It's a little harder to coordinate hand-wise, but like it's pretty comfortable and pretty self-explanatory too. Singing is completely internal and I have no idea how to tell when I'm doing things wrong. So YouTube taught me the basic beatboxing, to be frank. Yeah, no, I think it's great, especially for basics of things. But I think when you get to a certain level with a lot of things, you hit these plateaus or these stops where you're like, I struggle with this one thing. I don't know how to describe what I'm doing wrong or how to fix it. I don't know the words to use and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And that's when you have to like ask a professional, basically. So Mario is piano and Guitar Hero is guitar. Definitely. That's exactly it. Like can YouTube teach me how to human, how to love? Maybe it's like when I read that book that was like how to start conversation and make friends. Sometimes you just gotta find something that resonates with you. I learn a lot of German and I forget a year of English and Danish, so I think I'm in a great place mentally. What? But yeah, I think that learning things on your own for the most part is pretty successful. It's just when you get to a certain level that it kind of gets to be struggle. You get a little struggle bus once you get to a certain level. I do, at least. Like for me, it was like, I tried to learn saxophone off the internet, and I got to the point where I could play saxophone fine. I could play saxophone, I could get it done, it worked for me. It wasn't anything crazy, but it worked for me. And it stayed like that for first year, I'd say, of learning the instrument. It was like, okay, I'm good enough to play the music in front of me, but every now and then I'd hit a squeak, or I just would have a day where it just wouldn't work for me, and I wouldn't know how to explain that it just wasn't comfortable or that it didn't work. So I went to a single master class, and I learned so much, and I felt so much more confident as a player after that too, you know? Ah, your brain's full, Ren. Yeah, no, that's fair. It's overflowing. I don't know where to put shit. It's like a disorganized warehouse of old vines and languish and useless chemistry. I think for the most part too, Ren, it's one of those things where, especially with new skills, if you don't actively maintain them, they can get lost super quickly. Like if you know a language and you know it pretty well, but then you take a month off, you're gonna lose a lot of stuff, right? And I think that it's less that your brain's full and it's that you're trying to do too much stuff with your brain at the same time and neglecting other parts. It's just how things work with a lot of the learning process and stuff like that. For me, I try to make sure that before I start learning a new thing, whatever my last new thing was that I learned and I stuck with for any length of time, I make sure that I'm at a point with that where it feels like muscle memory. It feels like I don't have to think about it, basically. Especially for instruments, but for anything really. If it's something I want to learn how to get good at, I got to get to the point where I don't have to think about it and get to a point where I'm kind of happy with it, you know, before I add on the next new thing. Actively avoiding speaking to family has done wonders. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. Enjoy that Xbox cat. But yeah, like for example, for me, I'm learning how to type on my keyboard because I'm at the point with voice where I feel like I don't have to force it to be good anymore. I can kind of get away with singing without thinking super hard about it anymore. I've kind of reached that point recently. So it's like, okay, I can start learning a new skill then. Yay, new skill. So I'm learning how to type. So yeah, I'm a perfectionist with ADHD. If I'm not brilliant at a thing immediately, it can frick off. That's fair. I'm not a perfectionist. I have a lot of I'm very self-critical, but that I don't let that stop me from learning things. I think mostly because, you know, there are some skills that sometimes you learn and they are just absolutely nightmare shit to learn. Like for me, learning violin for like, how long? Like 10 years straight, I'd say. I think I was probably doing actively in private lessons for violin for about a decade. That ruined a lot of things for me because it's very similar to if anybody's been in very strict ballet lessons. I've heard them be kind of equivalized for their sort of strictnness. You break yourself to learn it and it doesn't sound good and it doesn't look good and you're constantly told you're not good enough, but you're stuck in it. But you're stuck. You got to keep doing it until you're the best. That's what violin was for me. And it's one of those things where it's gotten to the point now where it's like, okay, I can learn a new skill and be shit at it because nothing's going to be as bad of a process as learning violin was. It was kind of a nightmare. I just rotate hobbies. That's fair. You probably need a low-level format to low-level format your brain. That'll get rid of any root kits you might have. Make sure you have an old backup before proceeding though. Jesus. Ballet can suck my invisible pee-pee. My ankles are still hacked. Yeah, my wrists were completely decimated from learning violin. Not kidding. Self-critical is hard. Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, especially for me, I don't know if this is the thing for anybody else, but when you learn something that's super strict, like violin, like from what I've heard from others, ballet and stuff like that, you get to the point where you hate yourself. You hate the process of learning it. You hate the instrument. You hate everything that you're doing. but you can't stop. And you just kind of learn that even if you suck, you still have to do it, and that there's no shame in sucking, because most people do at some point, you know? And there's always going to be those people who are better than you, and you're going to be like, that was so easy for them. They took like half the time to learn the thing that I took so long to learn myself. But you kind of just have to be okay with being a little stupid. It's like asking dumb questions. I've gotten to the point where I've lost all shame for asking dumb questions, and I'm just okay with calling myself stupid for the most part. It's fine. I don't mind it. It doesn't take away anything from me. I'm just willing to do it. Violin sounds so bad until you get good. Cello seems more forgiving. I think a lot of the times with something like cello, you can see what you're doing. With violin, it's on your shoulder and you're not allowed to look at it. You're not allowed to look at a violin while you're playing it. There's so much that can go wrong because you just can't see, right? It's like singing. You're kind of bad until you're good, you know? You can kind of fake it though. There's no shame in sucking. Most people do it at some point. Okay, damn. I didn't realize I said it like that. But yeah, violin is one of those things where I was really, really bad, like really like unlistenable for like 5 or 6 years. And then at some point it got to the point where it was like, okay, this is okay now. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying I'm in pitch and I have some level of technique to the point where I can get away with, I don't know, most things, you know? Yeah. Fake it till you make it? Sure, but you can also just be aware of sucking, you know? Hi, Greg. How's it going? How's work? But yeah, that's sort of like the main thing for me. So like, for example, but I'm also addicted to the learning process. Learning is such a fun thing to me. Having and learning a new skill is so cool, because when you start getting good, it's addictive. It's fucking addictive. Like, learning a new instrument is super addictive because you get to the point where you're like, oh, I just have an ability that I didn't have before. That's crazy. It's not right off the bat, but maybe a month in of learning something, you're like, okay, I'm starting to get the idea of getting this thing. And that's how I am with typing right now. It's like, don't get me wrong, I'm still bad. I'm still bad, and that's okay. But like, also, like, I'm getting better. And it's getting to the point now where I can type without thinking about it. Thinking about where each finger is, and it's so exciting. Where are new hair pics? Ooh, post them in the Discord, Greg. Do it. Everybody's seen my hair. They haven't seen your hair. I told them that I dyed it, though. And that it didn't work too bad. Just getting changed and heading to band practice. Oh, that's fair. Don't do it right now. But have fun with the band. Gamer. I think of him. What? When did I say that? Wow. I got you. Aw, thank you, TF. I appreciate you. You're really sweet. Sounds like learning a new language and you start having conversations in full sentences. Yeah, it's like that. It's exactly like, for me, I don't learn a lot of languages because I don't have the attention span to learn something that's purely mental. I need to have some sort of physical output. It needs to be a skill I can see myself doing and that's physical for me to actually want to stick with it. Voice was brutal for that, but like for most things, but there's even an outside product for singing. But like for something like language, it's like, okay, I don't have a thing I can do. It's just a brain thing, and that's not exciting to me. Maybe later in life it'll get more exciting to me, but for me it's just like doing a brain thing. That's okay, but it's not something I can like do and see myself doing. Typing is like learning an instrument to me, where it's like I can physically do something now. Typing without thinking is when practicing typing gets way easier. Exactly. I still fuck up a lot, but I'm doing a lot better than I was. Being the sickeningly talented child and lazing through school is fine until you adult and then everyone's smarter than you. Yep. From one ex-gifted kid to another. Yeah, it's not a good feeling, but also it's one of those things where you just sort of get, for me, I got used to the idea of like, okay, I used to be I used to be able to pick up skills really easily and memorize really easily, and as an adult, my brain has just sort of stopped being able to do that. To the extent that I could when my brain was squishy and malleable as a child. Now I have a calcified, hard brain, and it just doesn't do as much stuff now. It's more smooth. It's smooth like a rock. I just have a big rock in my head. But yeah, language fun. If I don't do it, the owl will ouch my family. Yeah. I tried Duolingo for Italian, German, and French. Those were the ones I tried on Duolingo. never stuck with one more than a month because I just couldn't. I didn't have any way to apply it. There was nobody I knew who spoke any of these languages, so it wasn't like I could practice outside of the app. And the app, it was like purely mental. It was like, yeah, I finished the fucking thing, whatever. It wasn't fun. It got to the point where it wasn't fun anymore. It was just learning, and there was no product. No, technically, I bet your brain is still squishy. No. I unzipped, like, you know how like your wherever your hair naturally parts, that's actually where the zipper was removed from your head as a child once they like did all their fixing up in there. So I reinserted the zipper the other day. I popped it open and checked in there. It was hard as a rock. That was past the skull too. That's like after you like, you know, hard as a rock in there. Song you sing in Portuguese, you do very well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Something like learning a skill in order to do a song is cool. But once again, I don't know Portuguese. I don't know. I know what I'm saying, but I don't know if someone tried to talk to me or anything. Nope. I know the words in the song, in the context of the song, in the order of the song, that's it. It's not really meant to be it's meant to be a singular foot rest. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. It's at my feet because I use it sometimes. Would end up wrecking your back or something? No. The issue is my back hurts because my desk is too tall right now. That's the issue. So getting taller would fix that. But I have this thing that I got for when I used to do classical guitar. Ooh, it's dirty. Yeah, I used to do classical guitar and I used this thing. It's just like a little stand you can use and you set it up and then you can put your foot on it. But if you set it sideways, you can rest both feet on it and it's free. I'd be human spice. I know you would be. Answer my hecking question. Be kind, cat. You weren't here for the beginning of stream, but there was a part in the beginning of stream that was directed basically towards people similar. I don't feel like I should re-say this, but I'm gonna re-say it just because I think some folks in chat need to hear it. Being mean does not equal being funny. You can only bully the streamer. Ask a mod if you need clarification. Say hi to new folks and be welcoming. The big thing is that for anybody who wasn't here at the beginning of stream, do not harass people who are mean in chat. If I say something, if I clap back at a troll, that is not open season to be mean to them, you know? But yeah, I have a little thing for my feet. It'll work, you know? But yeah, worth a try, I guess. Yeah, I think getting a little booster seat, I think it's like $40 on Amazon or something for one. It's worth a try, I guess. I just need to do my budgeting. My budgeting I do by school year. So once April hit, I've been budgetless, which doesn't mean I've been spending unlimited money. It just means that I don't have, like, I've been very scared to spend money. So I'm going to I'm gonna do my budget, I think probably tonight after stream, for I guess a year now. I'm a little worried to do a whole year. Maybe I'll do until December, and see where things are until then, because it's the fourth month of the year, so that gives me 8 more months to budget. I could do that. Have fun, Greg. Oh, there was another rule. Believe what Julie says. Yeah, when I say that I'm tall or funny, you believe me because we're friends and friends believe each other. Okay. Yeah, have a good one, Greg. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, that's sort of the thing. Also, God, there was so much. I can't wait. I'm gonna have to clip the stream and then upload it again because I don't want this VOD to be gone for forever. Tall or funny, I can believe. Not both. You've never met a tall, funny person? Most tall people I know are at least a little bit. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I don't know. I think most people I know, at least most people that I talk to often, are pretty funny. I don't know a lot of people who I talk to often that aren't at least a little bit funny. At least have a sense of humor, you know? They don't necessarily have to be like super funny themselves, but at least have a sense of humor. One thing I want to start doing once I'm cool, once I get to like a place where I'm comfortable with my learning process with keyboard and I can write on my keyboard to a normal level, maybe my overall goal for like in like a year from now is to be at 100 words per minute when I'm typing, but that's going to take a while. I know that's going to take a while. So once I get to the point where I'm pretty comfortable with my typing and I'm happy with it, I have 2 choices for things that I want to learn how to do. And I don't know which one I should go for. okay? And I think I should ask you guys about this because they're both about being funny, okay? Both are two things that have to do with being funny. There are two types of classes. I don't know if I'd take classes or I'd just buy books and ask friends who are familiar with this kind of concept and stuff like that. But there's two different ideas of things I want to learn, okay? One is improv. I've never done improv in my life. I've never done any sort of acting whatsoever, but I feel like improv is sort of the niche that I'd love to try. I'm a severely anxious person, so it would put me really in a position where I'd be very terrified. But I think it would be super helpful to know. And the other one's clowning. And I know everybody's like, do clowning, but it has less real life applications. I feel like a lot of the first establishment of clowning, from what I've heard, is more so just about learning to not have shame, which I already don't have. So it would be mostly like the skills with clowning, which is a lot of acting based stuff, a lot of physical acting, a lot of physical comedy, stuff like that, which would be cool to learn, and I think it would be helpful. But I don't want to learn both at the same time because I feel like that would be pretty overwhelming. I cannot recommend improv enough. Yeah, I think improv would be sick. You could do Type Racer with the chat for lulz sometime. I have. It's been depressing how bad I am. It's been depressing how bad I am. So, yeah. There's that. I'm short and unfunny, double whammy. Damn, dude. Same for one of those. I'm unfunny. So, yeah. An improv clown. I think both would be cool, but I think improv might be the one I should start with because it has a little bit more real life application. Being good at improv means you're pretty good at, like, being witty on the spot, basically. Improv is just being witty on the spot, right? Mixed with, like, some acting. But it's mostly just being witty, right? Yo, Shiggy is fake news, don't listen. He drinks Molson and drives horse? Bro. I wish I could drive horse. But drinking Molson, yeah, it's pretty cringe. How you doing, Katura? Welcome in. But yeah. We'll see. We'll figure out what skills. Julie, you make me laugh like an idiot almost daily. I love ya. Aw, thank you. I love me too. Anyways, yeah, that's sort of everything that's been happening. For those of you guys who weren't here, make sure you check out the Untalented Show applications. Would love to see some of you guys' applications for that. So consider doing it. The deadline is by the end of May, but the earlier that you apply, the higher odds that you probably get in. So consider that. It's a talent show where it doesn't matter if it's a talent. All that matters is that it's entertaining or funny. So don't worry about being good. It's about being entertaining. Okay? That's big. I heard there will be prizes. There will be prizes. And there will be guest judges and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be fun. The other big thing is if you live in the Calgary area and you want to see a live variety show, I'm going to be hosting a night of music, magic, and drag on June 2nd, which is going to be awesome. It's a Mustang. Okay, sure. Go ahead. It's a fancy horse. Go ahead and say that you drive a fancy horse. That's exciting. Lynx Wilson, welcome. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, that's sort of the basics, and enjoy that Xbox, Lynx. I think overall we should probably cut stream here. Hey chat, playing Riptide on Uke counts. It doesn't. That's just a talent that's not entertaining. It's like, good, congratulations, you know how to play the ukulele and hold a tune. That's great. That's not entertaining to me. I can walk like an unborn crab. Where do I sign up? Dude. Apply. Please apply. Right there. You see that form right there? Do it. I'll also post up an announcement in the Discord about it too, so you can access that offline and all that kind of stuff. So go nuts. But apply sooner rather than later, you know? The more applications we get, the better odds that we're going to get some pretty cool folks to come in. The better odds that it's going to be like a really cool show. So consider doing so. Consider applying. The other thing that we talked about was our scheduling for the stream, because things have really been taking a turn. Are you from Alberta? I am. I am in the Calgary area. What about you, Yeller? Yeah, I'm hoping to, what's the word? Tell you about my schedule. I told it at the beginning of stream. Gamer Tuesdays. Tuesdays are for gamers. It doesn't mean I'm going to be playing like League of Legends or anything, but I will be playing like some fun little games that you guys can either participate in or help me choose things in the game. Stuff like we already started playing Fallout 76, so we're gonna play more of that. Pony Island, we gotta finish that one. I gotta see how that one ends. Stuff that's super casual that I can really talk to you guys while doing, like truck driving simulator or stuff like that is gonna be really fun. Just little things like that, you know, nothing too crazy. Probably some Mario Kart, some Mario type stuff. I want to play Breath of the Wild at some point, but yeah, weird to see local streamers. Yo, cringe as fuck, right? Like, come on, you're Canadian. Why don't you go log or something, right? Come on, really. I'm gonna be sad when I'm in a heckin' different time zone. European friendly times when? So Sundays, I'm gonna be streaming in the afternoon instead of in the evening. So Sundays for my music streams, it's hopefully gonna be more accessible for most folks. It's gonna be 3 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time is when I'm gonna be streaming music for the most part. If you need it there to be, if that's really still not accessible to European folk, I'll consider doing something else, but just become a night weirdo like me, Ren. I think a lot of people who know a lot of people in like the North America region but live in Europe are like night owls. It's crazy. You're playing Fallout 76, not Fallout 76. We're saying the same thing, Chunky. I don't really know what your problem is, but that's okay. I get it. I make mistakes too sometimes, but I just don't announce it. I'm sorry. I'm really going for it today. But yeah, Sundays are EU friendly. Yeah, the music stuff I'm hoping is going to be accessible to most folks who aren't able to make it to the other ones. That being said, folks, I think we are going to cut stream here. I think we're going to aim to be around the end now. So I hope you guys had a wonderful time today. If you did have a wonderful time today, please consider following if you haven't already. If you do have a Prime sub, go ahead and check if you have one. Would absolutely adore if you use that, but if you don't use it here, make sure you use it somewhere because it is free money for the streamer. That being said, let's find somebody to raid. Let's see. Medicinal gaming. What does that even mean? What is this dude doing? Oh, that is not music. That's not gaming. That guy's not gaming. Wait, is he gaming? No, he's just doing music. That's okay. Let's check out what's in just chatting. Let's see who we can find who's recommended to me. That's the question. Not someone with 8K viewers, please. They don't need me. I want to meet new people who are having a good time, you know? Let's see. What looks interesting to me? Let's see. Habit Form, thank you so much for your follow. I really appreciate it. Just a semen in a colon? Bruh.
Vivian, I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Aw, he has a picture that says you're such a cunt. I like him. But oh, he's in follower only chat. Ah, heck. Okay, let's see who else we can find. He looks cool, but I want to make sure that you guys can say howdy and all that kind of stuff. Whoa! This looks like my kind of place. I think I've been here before. I think I know this person. I've at least been here a couple times. Let's go here. We're going to Piece of Moo. It looks like a great time over here, so let's go there. Thank you guys. Oh, they have follower only chat too. Damn it! What the hell? Piece of Moo! I want to bring my folks here, but it's one of those things where I want to say hi too. Bad idea day. Okay, come on. Give me something here, folks. Is this just a thing right now? Is everybody in follower only mode? What's going on with this? Is this just a thing? I'm very confused. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of wild. Let's see. With hate raids, a lot of people keep it on. Oh, I guess. Oh, we got Voldemort. Let's raid Voldemort. I've been here before. This is a fun one. Let's go raid Voldemort. Sounds like they're raiding fan fiction. Gonna be an absolute hoot. So let's go to Booty Swagga. I want to thank you guys so much for being here tonight, for hanging out, for being a part of all the chaos and shit. I will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for some music. some chaos, but mostly music. It's gonna be pretty chill. It's my first time playing music in over a week, so Yeller, thank you so much for your prime. I really appreciate that. Bazinga, my dude, you get to keep your knees. Everybody else, make sure that you line up after stream, and I will take the baseball bat and I'll get rid of all you guys' knees right one at a time. It'll be perfect, right in a row. Yoda Sky, thank you so much for your follow. I really appreciate it. Glad to have you back on the Interbutts, Julie. Yeah, I'm really glad to be back. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much, Yeller. I really appreciate it. And everybody else, just line up and I'll get rid of your knees right after stream, but you can skip the line, Yeller. Congratulations. And anybody else who is primed or subbed in general, you get to skip the line too, but anybody else on the chopping block, unfortunately. I will see you guys tomorrow for some music, and then Tuesday evening we're gonna be playing some games. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Join the Discord if you haven't already, and make sure that you keep your eye on the announcements. I might do a Reddit stream pretty soon too. We'll see. But thank you guys so heckin' much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody give Booty Swag a lot of love, okay? He's such an entertaining creator, and I will see you guys over there. Please take care of yourselves and have a